You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. Yes, this is a late night edition. We got the general here with me, BoxingFirst Vlog. What's going on, big homie?
Oh man, put in a strong 8, ready to talk some boxing, finish the night off right.
Absolutely. Before we get started, the Sixers are up by 25. Cut that shit off and come on and get some of this good boxing talk. Like, y'all ain't got shit else to do. Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's a real interesting time in the sport of boxing right now. We just got through the whole Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder stare down for a good 5 minutes. I didn't really understand that shit. But we really not here to talk about the actual press conference. We really don't care about that. We got Jamal Charlo this weekend against Montiel, and absolutely nobody is talking about this fight. As far as I know, I think BoxingFirst Vlog might be one of the few to actually do a video on it. But yeah, Jamal Charlo's fight has absolutely no hype, no promotion, no steam, no nothing, and it's mainly because of the opponent. And I'm a Jamal Charlo fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Jamal Charlo fan. You know what? Let's get it shaking with that, man. Jamal Charlo, Montiel this Saturday. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
It's a showcase fight, and I think that's one of the reasons why they, in their minds, aren't putting a whole lot of extra money into the eyes trying to come to the show. There's other competition that night as far as boxing views is concerned. So I think, and again, it's not a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? They got some lighter dudes on the undercard. So it's not even like there's kind of still fighting in the same weight classes on the undercard, 147 or some other 154 pounders that, could questionably go up. You know how they do with the narratives on the undercard. I don't even see that from this card. So it's kind of like his next opponent isn't on the card. You know what I mean?
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
But my thing is Montel a real Giovanni Santiago? That's been the latest guy to do something spectacular that don't nobody know about, because everybody believes he won that Adrian Broner fight. So
he came right back and lost to Gary Russell brother.
First time he got stopped in his career, though. So salute to the boy for being able to go around the world fighting the way he's fighting, stepping up, fighting some names, and hanging in there. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he got knocked out. He just got outclassed against Gary Russell, and that's the best Russell fighter, in all honesty. But we're not going to get into that. It's not the video. I'll be all day talking about that Russell family and why they letting the mouth of the South do his thing, but I ain't seen the man in the ring. He ain't got other brothers that fight better than him. You know what I mean? Let's get these guys some shine. But anyway, I'll be all day. But no, I mean, I've got the guy Montel in my mind. I think he could be a problem to stretch it out, make it a little bit interesting. And the main reason why, and I got to give a shout out to L Dub because he spoke on it too. Once I had did my little homework, because I was actually going to do a video as you spoke on, but beat me to it. So we talking about it now. I'm going to just get it out. The way he switches, and he switches a lot. I'm talking about throughout the round. It's not like he fights southpaw one round, orthodox the next round. He switches throughout the round consistently to whatever is going on, whether he's hitting harder from the left or hitting harder from the right. He switches, you know what I mean? And it's not a defensive switch. He switches for offensive purposes. So these are things I've seen watching this clip. So I just think that could be a little bit of problem and make it a 8 to 10 round fight. You know what I mean? It probably could go 8. And he can bang. And he only got stopped by Jaime, and that was like 4 or 5 years ago. Jaime Munguia stopped him at 147.
First of all, big shout out to L Dub Boxing. Big shout out to you, bro. We got some people in the chat right now. Number one Packers gamer, big shout out to you. I know you were new. Go subscribe to myself. Go subscribe to Boxing First Vlog. He says salute. Who you got? Wilder versus Fury 3. Who you got? Well, I know who you got, bro. And you can just say it for the people.
Come on, man. I got Deontay, baby.
Okay.
This personal.
This personal.
Personal,
Adrian.
bro, go ahead, do you think?
Adrian, big shout out to you, bro. He said, "What's up, fellas?" Number one Packers gamer said he has Wilder. Oh man, we got the family up in here. King Louis is in the building. What's going on? That's my bro right there, for sure. Number one Packers gamer. He said, "Yeah, I'm sub to you, bro. Appreciate you, family. Go subscribe to Boxing First Vlog too."
Oh man, help me out, bro.
Yeah, help him out. Yeah. It's, you know what? As far as Montiel is concerned, he just gonna have to show me. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Like, you know what you're gonna get from Jamal. He's consistent every time he steps into the ring, no matter who he's in against, no matter what style. Like he's one of the most consistent fighters in the sport. Like, I haven't seen him have like a bad night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that, I don't think we give guys enough credit for that. Coming into the ring and being close to themselves damn near every time. Montiel is just gonna have to show us something. You know, as boxing fans, we don't know who he is. We've done a little homework on him, but you don't know how he's gonna perform when the lights is bright. So he's just gonna have to show us at the end of the day. But I do like the undercard, though. Like the undercard.
Couple names.
Your boy is on here, Cody Crowley. That's your guy, man. That's your guy. Don't front. That's your guy.
Him, man. He played me like I don't know boxing, baby. Don't do me like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What happened? What happened?
The boy just was like, he was liking the comments, but he wasn't responding. And I'm like, well, what's the purpose of hitting the heart? And I'm asking you a question and you not, you know what I'm saying, hitting me back. I'm like, yo, slide over, bro. Come talk to us, or whoop-de-whoop, shoot me something I could go ahead and post up. And you know what I mean? The dude never reached back out. I guess I ain't had no steam. So it is what it is. But he ain't got no steam. Don't nobody know who he is in America. He's a sparring partner. He'll never hold a strap. I ain't even worried about him.
Well, you know, if it's meant for him to be on here, you know, he'll get on here eventually, and we'll have a conversation with him about it. But you know, Angelo Leo was on the card. You know what I'm saying? He coming off the loss to Stephen Fulton, but he fought well. I like Leo.
Alameda coming off the loss too, so that's gonna be a decent fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real good fight.
It's like somebody gotta win. That's one of those fights you gotta win.
And my guy Isaac Cruz Gonzalez is gonna be on the card as well. That's my guy right there. He's popular as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I do like the names that's on the undercard. So you know, I mean, it's a cool card. I mean, there ain't no pay-per-view or nothing, so we can't really complain. You know what I'm saying? It's a regular card. But it has some names on there that I like. So I can't be mad at it. It's an average to slightly below average card.
Bro, it's a hardcore card, bro. That's not a casual.
Yeah, it's not a casual card. That's 100% right.
And right now you have a gentleman you could push to the casual, toward as a ladies type of man, as somebody, you know what I mean, young dude built like a motherfucking machine. You know what I mean? You supposed to work these dudes towards the people, to make the people tune in come this weekend. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
King Louis said, well, damn, vlog. Talk about Crowley. Hey, hold on.
My bad.
Hey, King Louis, man. This the late night edition. It's a little different than me and Shane. So this one gonna be a little off script a little bit. You know what I mean? Big shout out to VP, man. He probably snoring on a pillow somewhere. You know, he out there in the UK and shit.
He
So,
slobbing.
he slobbing on the pillow for sure. Packers gamer, I like Wilder. Didn't entertain Fury in the press conference. I thought that was smart. Packers gamer, I don't really think it's too much strategy with press conferences. Like I don't really feed into that. The one thing I will say, for all the talk that's been going on since the second fight, I wish Wilder would have said something. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna be honest. Let me tap in on this one.
mm-hmm.
He didn't want nothing for the mainstream media. You know, he went and talked to your boy Barbershop Conversations. Well, I ain't never tapped in with, and I ain't never really, slid over that way because, we got our own team. But salute to them and what they do and everything like that. You know what I mean? But supposedly that was the spiel. Like, he didn't want to put nothing out for all the regular mainstream media, the ABCs and the NBCs and all of that type. He didn't want to get them nothing. And right after all of that, he's supposed to have slid over and sat down with the board, Barbershop Conversation. So, I mean, I think that was done on purpose. So, just, a little 1-2 at the media. Because they didn't push and support, all of the things that he brought up and other people brought up. Because, it was 1,000,001 motherfuckers, excuse my French, breaking down the first and second fight with the chicanery. I try to keep it, honest, but I don't want to be disrespectful. We call him a whoop-de-whoop, you know what I mean? I didn't miss the shenanigans. And again, like I was saying off camera, if like what's planned, bro? I'm asking. I'm serious, bro. What is planned? Like, I need to know because I'm not afraid for the homie, but I just hate for the homie to run in there and here we go again. And you know what I mean? Instead of just being able to conquer all of that nonsense, go and get him out of there inside 4 the way I anticipated going down. I don't see it going past 4. You know what I mean? A little timing, get your timing right, and go and get him out of there.
Yeah, let me get these comments real quick. My bro Blaze Philly 215 is in the building. Said, what's good, my guys? Big shout out to Blaze Philly 215, man. Packers gamer, he said mentally though, I believe it's good. I'm gonna get to that in a second. King Louis said he did 2 interviews yesterday. Said drop the link. I got you, bro. You know what, vlog, now that you put it that way, I can kind of vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause for every person that said Fury, did this and that, there was other people saying that, Wilder's just not good and he got his ass whooped and all that. So it was a lot of different opinions thrown all the way around, from all angles, from the mainstream media perspective.
But bro, hold up. I'm not even talking opinion, bro. We talking facts. Facts is it's a lot going on with that dude. It's been a lot going on with that dude, which leads me to be like, what's going to go on in this fight? And is Deontay Wilder mentally strong enough, working on this thing? Like, well, I don't know who the boy is. What's the boy name that's in the gym with him now?
Malik Scott?
Yeah, the boy Malik Scott, like a goddamn sergeant. Boy, he seemed like he got the boy tuned up and sharp. I ain't never seen him like that with the boy Breland in them. I seen him more on the entertainer side of boxing when he was the heavyweight champ, getting all the KOs and whoop-de-whoop. He was more entertaining, till this day and all of that sort of spill. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was more of an entertainer than, to me, he was a consummate boxer, best boxer on the planet. We didn't even have him in the pound-for-pound conversation. And this dude knocking everybody out. So you would think that would be something that'd get you in the pound-for-pound. But if you can't box, shit, you can't fucking get in. We don't care how many people you knock out. You still can't box. So I see the boxing being cleaned up. I'm liking the fire, bro, because he ain't had no fire for that second fight. I don't know if they did spike his war. I don't know if the suit was too heavy, if the egg weight crushed his skull. I don't know, bro. I know what I see now is completely different, and it's curtains for your guy, Mr. Shenanigans. It's curtains.
I will respond to everything you just said with this. If Fury wins this third fight, no shenanigans, no nothing, but nobody can really say anything at that point.
Man, I will never. I probably
you had to give it up. You had to give it up.
To give it up. The whole sport.
And that go for you and anybody else. Anybody that thinks that Fury was on some type of shenanigans. I'm gonna use my homie's words. Some type of shenanigans. If Fury wins this third fight, and you know it's not gonna be no shenanigans because it's too much talk, it's too many eyeballs, it's just too much. So you know he's gonna go in on the straight and narrow. He's gonna have to. Okay. If Fury wins this fight and looks good doing it, we gotta give it up. We gotta give it up. Like that's just we gotta give it up.
I can't, bro. That's
bro,
like
you gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him, bro.
Let me give you an example. That's like saying, let's take the boy Barry Bonds. The boy did all the spill when he was on the finest, came back, did okay. Didn't hit 50 home runs, hit 35. That's okay. You still giving it up?
That's different though.
It's the same thing, bro. If you got a questionable pass, you come back, do something square biz. I'm supposed to still respect you doing the square biz. To me, you should have done the square biz from the jump.
This is the difference though. In that example, Barry Bonds was killing the entire league. He was killing the entire league, right? So he quote unquote, to be, politically correct, quote unquote, allegedly did that to one person, right? So the reason I say this is different is because there's a lot of people that think that Wilder shouldn't have lost either fight because of the quote unquote shenanigans. We've both heard that. The first fight, people thought Wilder won. Some people thought Wilder won the second fight. Some people thought it was straight shenanigans. What I'm saying is because this is a one-on-one thing, if Fury beats Wilder, specifically Wilder, not the rest of the heavyweight division or anything like that, if he specifically beats Wilder, straight and narrow, square biz, we got to give it up, bro. We got to give it up. We have to.
If he wins, I'll just put him in the same category as I got that boy Crawley.
Well, you had to say he's better. You had to say he's better than Wilder.
It's a lot of people better than Deontay Wilder, bro. That's not much to say. Even in heavyweight, if you want to really be raw, Ortiz is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. He just don't have much of power.
But he's not a better fighter than Wilder, though.
There's a difference. See what I mean?
There's a difference.
Now, that's what I'm saying. Now, this one comes down to a fight. You used a great word for this match. This ain't no boxing match, but he has to bring boxing skills into a fucking fight. You understand what I'm saying?
Hold on, I want to get into something real quick. We got my homie Coach Pepe Pena is in the building. Big shout out to you, Coach. He said Wilder has to set things up off his jab. Jab is king. Absolutely, Coach. That's the key to unlock everything. Herberto Ledesma, what's going on? Wilder looks more confident. He definitely looks more confident.
Been saying that, bro.
Yeah, he looks more confident. Tony's reviews, he said, I hate this type of talk because it's ridiculous to me. Tony's reviews, you've been on here before. Can you can't make a general statement like that and not elaborate. You're going to have to elaborate on that, bro. I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Is it something specific that would say you got to get more specific than that, player? Bruce Goals is in the building. That's family right there. Big shout out to Bruce Goals. Nathan Carey, what's going on? Said Wilder will lose. Nathan Carey, how is he gonna lose? Knockout, decision? How you think it's gonna go? Yeah, as far as this whole situation, as far as Fury and Wilder, me personally, I'm like, I just want some type of closure. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for me, I'm like, this third fight represents no excuses either way. Because it's so much that's been highlighted with these two that it should really be no shenanigans on no end. You know what I'm saying? Like, this should just be 50-50 square up. Let's just see who's the better man that night. And I think that's what this fight represents. And I think you can credit the public for that, because they've been talking about this for so long. You know what I'm saying? That if he wanted to come with some type of shenanigans, he wouldn't be able to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? So this is a real opportunity to prove who's actually the better fighter.
No,
in this
I'm
fight.
honestly get a credit too, bro. I hear you shouting out us, the public, Joe Public and the rest of the casuals and everything, and all the hardcores. We've been clamoring, we've been talking, whoopie whoop. But man, I don't know who the administrator was, the arbitrator was. Big salute to them for making the right call. Big salute to them. They're the ones that deserve the kudos. Whoever it was, man or woman, I don't know. Whether it was a commission, it could have been 2-3 motherfuckers. I don't know. But however they came out to the conclusion that this third fight should happen, because it was already inked. You already signed to having a rematch clause in there. So why try to run away from it and go run down a fight that was never going to happen? Never. And that's what that fight is going to be? That fight's going to be Spence Crawford. That Fury AJ, that's going to be Spence Crawford. It's just never going to happen. So I don't even know why they went that wild. They should have just did this last year, got this shit over with. We wouldn't even be having this conversation.
But you got to blame Fury for that, though.
Yeah, that's Mr. Shenanigans.
You got to blame Fury for that. You got to blame Fury for that. The thing that's crazy is we got to find out who's the better man out of these two. Because it's questions all the way around. Like, it's questions on Fury's end, it's questions on Wilder's end, and somebody gonna have to answer them questions come July 24th. Because Wilder's gonna have to prove that he's still that dude, and Fury got to prove that second fight wasn't no fluke.
Bro,
I
don't think Wilder got to prove he's still that dude, bro. That's like, come on, that's not true, bro. Fury did not beat him up in the first fight. It was back and forth.
No, we talking about that. We talking about that second fight, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm giving it a breakdown to how I don't believe Deontay Wilder has to really prove he's the better man. I think
You want to know why? You want to know why you wrong on this one? If that was the case, then there's no arbitration, there's no lawyers, there's no court, there's no nothing. He's not doing none of that if he don't feel that way. There's none of that.
Nah, that's a bit, bro. You trying to say he has to prove something, and having principle is two different things. Principality is principle. If you sign a contract, you agreed to do something, then let's do it. That don't have nothing to do with me saying we only gonna do that because I need to prove to you that I'm a better man.
So why is he fighting the third fight if he ain't trying to prove nothing?
Because it was contracted that they fight the third fight.
So he's going in there not to prove nothing. Is that what you're saying? Because that's crazy if that's what you're saying.
I don't think he going in there to prove nothing. I think he going in there to get his respect. I think he felt like he lost respect in the boxing world for taking an L, which a lot of fighters don't just in general be like, oh, you lost one time. Like, oh, he ain't shit. We don't never want to see him again. That sort of thing. Who really goes through that?
So you're still trying to prove something. That's my point. He still got to prove something either way, right?
I mean, if you use the word prove, I just use the word just get his respect back. Like, I'm thinking he want to go in there, beat this dude up, let folks know it's me. You know what I mean? It's still the dude that was knocking everybody out. Cause I slipped, cause things wasn't right for whatever was going on with the team and all of that. Don't mean it's still not that guy. You see what I'm saying? Because you use the word prove. I can't argue that.
I can't argue. And listen, I can't argue your point neither. Because when it comes down to it, like, outside of the quote unquote shenanigans, he made a lot of claims that if other people would have made those same claims, we would have clowned him. Like suit being too heavy, like that's clown shit. Like that's clown shit. Like it is. Like that's clown shit. He's been in other fights where he's wore heavy costumes and it was no problem. Like so he's gotten away with some excuses too that was kind of fluky. You know what I'm saying? So he do got to prove something in this fight. He does have to prove something in this fight. But we can go with your verbiage, or we can go with mine. I don't think neither one of them is wrong. But Nathan Carey said he said Wilder's going to lose by knockout. He said Wilder said nothing. He is still scared from the second fight. Nathan, I don't think that's the case. But you know, you're entitled to your opinion. Tony's reviews. All right, cool. He said at G5Jeff TV, it's impossible to explain in 200 letters. If you drop a link, I will give my 30-second drop on why this mindset is ridiculous. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't take away or add to Fury winning. Ooh, if I drop this link, you and BoxingFirst Vlog gonna argue. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and I will drop the link. Bro, don't even respond to that yet.
I'm confused about what he's saying, bro. I'm still confused. I'm not understanding. Is he saying we shouldn't talk about the fight? We shouldn't talk about.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm gonna get with him in a second. I'm gonna drop this link in a second. Nathan said Wilder is nervous and scared, but he is too stubborn to admit it. Nathan, I just don't believe that. I really don't. I don't. But hey, Nathan, I put it to you like this: if he was scared and nervous, there wouldn't have been no arbitration. There wouldn't have been no push for the third fight, even with it being contractually obligated. I put it to you like that. You can't teach a boxer in his mid-30s to change his style too much. He doesn't have to change his style to win this fight. There's really only 2 or 3 things he needs to do. It's just really a matter of whether he's going to do it or not. King Louis said, drop that link. I'm going to drop it in about 5 minutes, bro. Nathan said Fury is a bully who got bullied. Yeah, he got bullied in the last fight. He did. Like, we ain't gonna deny that.
Is a bully who got bullied. When did
he said Wilder? You know, he said Wilder is a bully that got bullied. But I know me and Shane said a long time ago. We was like, that's the only way you're gonna beat Wilder. Like, you got to bully the bully. We said that about 2 years ago. Nathan said, drop the link. This live about to get crazy. Bruce Gould, all Wilder has to do is change his mindset. Looks like he has. I'm a believer in that. Hold on. Nathan said LDBC channel. I don't know what that means. Are you saying this is a LDBC channel? Because if that's what you're saying, that's not. And that ain't no disrespect to LDBC, but this is not a LDBC channel. Nathan Fury destroyed Wilder. It was a fair fight. Oh boy. Okay. Look at Wilder's body language.
That's a fanboy right there.
Drop the link. Okay, hold on. Hit and hope with the right hand. Okay. Before I drop this link, right?
Man, I ain't gonna be arguing with none of these fanboys.
I gotta lay some ground rules real quick. King Louis, you already know you got a spot. Nathan, I'm gonna let you in the door. And Tony's reviews, you get on in here. Now, I do know how crazy a Wilder and Fury conversation can go. Like, I don't want to have to kick nobody off. Like, I really don't. And I've never kicked anybody off since I've been on this joint. That vlog, am I lying?
I mean, there ain't no it's all gentlemen here, baby.
Yeah, it's all, listen, it's all love.
Nation, but we gentlemen by the way we raised. So
yeah, it's all love at the end of the day. All I ask, no personal shots or nothing like that. Fight in this ring with facts. Fight in this ring with facts. That's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? And that's really it. And I'm only making that announcement because Fury and Wilder is the only topic that really brings the rage out in people. Okay? So
somebody raising off that motherfucker.
you know what I'm saying? Nah, but that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, I'm gonna drop this link and let the fun begin.
I'm coming in first.
I don't know. The link is in the chat, y'all. For anyone that wants to jump on, you're more than welcome. G5 Jeff TV is probably one of the few channels that actually puts the link to the live in the chat. That's a fact. You know, we a channel with the people, and we got my bro. I gotta give him a proper introduction, man. This is original family right here. My bro King Louis is in the building. What's going on, bro?
Salute to y'all, boys, man. Vlog, G5, you know what it do. I ain't got too much of a problem with vlog because this is opinion. That ain't my. This is what I gotta say.
Yo, you got major feedback, bro.
Hold on, let me see something. I think it's the.
No, it's not you. Vlog, it's you.
I ain't touched nothing. I ain't did nothing.
I ain't say you did touch anything, bro.
Hold on a second.
Hold on.
Yeah, testing. Hey, mute him again.
All right, and King, don't press mute. Hold on a second.
All right. Testing. Yep.
It's vlog.
Just when I'm talking, you just
I got you. All right, hey, King Louis, cook up.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem with vlogs. Say that's his opinion, but I do disagree that Wilder does have some things to prove because if you was claiming I gotta take back from what I seen yesterday and what I seen that transpired out there. He did 2 interviews. I understand Fred, but he did one with Ellie. He did his first interview with Ellie. And basically in that interview, he said basically he ain't speak on it because he ain't got no evidence.
Oh wow. All
So
right, hold on. I gotta unmute vlog for this one. You heard that vlog?
I ain't really hear him. He said, "Well, who interviewed him? Ellie setback. The one to be asking the dumbass questions. Yeah, and what did he ask him, and what was he saying? I'm confused again.
He missed that, King Louis. Say it again.
He basically said about the evidence and why he ain't talking and shit. Basically, he ain't got no evidence.
Bro, I think this is where what they call them people that help you do this shit when y'all know what I mean. Motherfucker come through with the script. Look, man, they say that, hit them with this. The fight is on. There's no reason to cash over that when you can go in there and fix all of that in this fight. So let's talk about this fight. I think that was the way.
That's another thing. How is you fixing some shit if you thought you was cheated? I got a question. You shoot basketball. A motherfucker put oil on the basketball. Is you gonna change your form of your jumper once you find out you were cheated, or take the oil out the ball and go with your form? You gonna try to change your form if you were cheated? No, you gonna go in there and do what you do.
Hold up. Yeah, you got a point with that, but at the same time, though, bro, when in his situation and in the situation that most of us find ourselves in, we got to play within the rules. So if I could get him back inside the ring for the dirty shit, then I got to go this route. I got to go the arbitration route. I got to, stand on the contract that we both signed. So I think he's looking to get that cheating shit back inside the ring that everybody's speaking of. And the only way against the dude, Ellie setback, again, that's a politically correct answer. I don't have the evidence. That's not even
got you, but if that's the case, why did he bring it up when the fight first got disannounced? First off, we was talking about glove gates months before he came out and said anything about it. Niggas had shut up and got quiet, and when he was announcing that Fury was trying to pull out the fight, that's when he started going, confirming and saying the disloyal ref, on the crab in the bucket referee, his disloyal trainer, basically about the gloves and about feeling like he was drunk. So he brought that up. We didn't when he didn't say nothing. That was me. Like maybe we taking overreaching and shit. But then when he came back after we had been done with that conversation, at the time when we just wanted to fight around December, this is around November, he come out and said, yeah, the contract did expire, but it's Fury because of the COVID. He did say that shit, but he didn't say how though. So you telling me Al let the paperwork fall out? Arbitration don't prove nothing about, like you say, it's proving that we get in the fight. That's all we need. So my point is, if that was the whole record, why did you even bring up that shit?
Bro, I can't. That one you got me stumped on. I can't defend. I can't even defend why would Ellie even ask him that?
This shit that way everybody named mama asking them, bro. You fired your trainer. ESPN say we see you got a new trainer, Wilder. Nigga, this the talk of the town.
Yeah, no. A vlog. I'm gonna get this one in, and then I'm gonna introduce everybody else that's in here. Hold on a second. Yeah, like vlog. I mean, King. I hear what you're saying because it's like that's been the main talk surrounding this whole second fight and all of that, and you know, the lead up to the third fight. Like that's been the major talk. So it's kind of hard to, you know, have those types of talks, glove gate and heavy suit and everything else. And then when the fight is actually signed, people are not going to ask about that because that has been a part of the promotion. That has been a part of the story of Fury and Wilder. Like it's a part of the story. Like it's a part of the story. So I don't mind somebody asking Wilder that. I guess if I'm Wilder, I guess I would have felt better if he'd have just been like, you know, I recognize all the talk, but I'm just focused on this third fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you can't knock anybody for mentioning it. Like it has been the talk of the town. So King Louis, I do agree with that. But let me introduce the other fellas up in here. We have Brother Love MBE. What is going on with you, player?
Hello.
Say that again. I just want to make sure I can hear you.
Hello.
Okay. How you feeling?
Right. I think what's going to happen is the same thing's going to happen that happened in the second fight. Fury's going to destroy. Wilder just hasn't got anything to say to what Fury's going to do to him. He's in his head. His body language is not right. He doesn't look like he really wants to fight. I don't think he really wants to. He's not going to win it. And against anybody else, Wilder will beat anybody else. Fury is the only person I've seen do this to Wilder. Wilder's still an elite heavyweight. He's a great fighter. If it was against anybody else, against Joshua, I'd say he'd beat Joshua in 1 or 2 rounds. But just not Fury. Only person that will ever beat him, in my opinion.
So you think Fury just has Wilder's number, basically?
Yeah, and that's all it is.
Okay.
It's the style of fights, right?
I can respect that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Wilder's. Look, between them, they've both got their faults. You know, Fury hasn't got a great chin. Wilder hasn't got great defense, but he's got that one-punch power that Fury's never had. You know, so they've both got their flaws. You know, then none of them are Lennox Lewis or anybody like that, are they? You know, or Van der Hoeven. We're in a different era. They have to work with what they've got. They're both elite fighters. When Fury retires them or whatever, I'm sure Wilder will win another world title, but just not on this track. That's all.
Okay. No, I can respect that. You're basically saying that Fury got Wilder's number. Like you think Fury has Wilder's number. I can respect that. I can respect that. Hold on, bro. We got Tony's reviews in the building. Tony reviews. I really want to hear what you have to say because you left 2 comments in there and we was a little confused. So first of all, salute to you, good brother. And go ahead and talk your shit, bro.
Yeah, I don't really need to talk shit. It's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous mindset because what it is you have fanboys who praise Wilder like he's a fucking cult leader, right? And what they're doing is they're praying and hoping on the fact that Deontay Wilder lands that big right hand and knocks Tyson Fury out so they can yell, see, I told you, he had to cheat to beat him. That's what they're praying on. So what they're trying to do is discredit the greatness that Tyson Fury came in with. So that's all it comes down to. They're trying to take away from greatness that was achieved. The fact of the matter is Deontay Wilder got beat. Flat out got destroyed, manhandled, mangled, beat from pillar to post. There's no evidence. There's never been evidence. If there was evidence, it would have been put out. If it would have been put out, that loss would have been turn into a win. Tyson Fury would be facing being banned out of the sport. He would no longer be boxing. He would no longer have a title. Deontay Wilder would still be undefeated. All it comes down to is a ridiculous mindset. A mindset of, we want to tear down this dude's great win if he loses, because all it will be is, I told you so, I told you so, because that's all the people are trying to do. They're praying and hoping on a wish. And if he loses, like I said, not to get repetitive, they're just going to say, oh, he cheated to win, when the fact of the matter is, he didn't cheat. He just beat him. He was better on that night. Period.
All right, Tony's reviews. Hold on a second. Bruce goes before I let you go. I have to get BoxingFirst Vlog's response on this one. I can't turn this moment down. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna put this out. I'm not a fanboy. I'm a fanboy of boxing. Fighting is what it is. I'm not a fanboy of no fighter like that. Of course, I'm gonna support my peoples. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? So that's the natural progression of what we should do anyway. But I'm not a fanboy to be like, I don't respect Tyson Fury as a boxer. He does have skills. My thing is, if you have those skills, all the other things we've heard about you, we shouldn't hear. That's just one little feedback into all this Tyson Fury talk that he's the greatest that ever done the damn thing. Again, if you was the greatest that ever done it, you would have rematched Klitschko. Just saying. You never defended your title, bro. You gave up your title. You had a lot of personal issues going on. I can't tell you who you beat outside of Klitschko and Deontay Wilder for you to have this claim to fame that you the greatest thing since sliced toast, homie. I'm just saying, this third one, it'll just be a conclusion. It won't be I told you so. It'll be a conclusion. That's the way I'll look at it. It'll be a conversation we won't have to have no more. Who's the better fighter?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Yeah, hold on a second. Tony, I just got a question. I know you said that I know you said there was no evidence. No evidence versus whether you thought something was wrong can be two different things. Do you think Fury went into that fight straight and narrow all the way through?
Here's the thing. I can believe in unicorns and a Loch Ness fucking monster, but that doesn't make it real unless I can prove it. The fact of the matter is this.
No, but I asked you a question, though. I asked you a question. I know what you're saying. I asked you a question. I said, do you personally feel like, I mean, evidence aside, I'm talking about you personally, you are judge, jury, executioner. Do you feel like Fury was straight and narrow the whole way during that second fight? So your personal opinion.
I'm going to tell you, as far as Glovegate goes, did not happen. I'm going to hit them all real fast. Glovegate did not happen. There was no egg weights inside of his glove. Did not happen. First off, if there would have been egg weights, I promise you Deontay Wilder would have been in a fucking coma after being hit in the head that many times by a solid weight. Okay? Secondly, moving past that, he was not poisoned. If he was poisoned, drugged by a muscle relaxer like he claimed when he took that toxicology after the fight ended, which he did, it would have popped hot. There's no getting around that. That proves there was nothing illegal inside of his body planted there because it would have popped hot on the toxicology. They do blood and urine. There's no getting around the blood. But so moving past that, as far as being straight and narrow inside of the ring, no, he did some cheating tactics. In case in point, which people who made all these fucking excuses never even brought up because they don't know fucking boxing, because unlike me, these other people have never fought. They've never been in the ring. They don't have a record. They envision themselves through other people. They live their life through other people, but never did it themselves. So let me tell you what he did do. Whenever he was leaning on Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury will push his head down, put his forearm underneath his neck, lean on the back of his head, causing his forearm to choke Deontay Wilder several times through that rematch. Yes, he did stuff like that. However, that shit happens all the time in boxing. If the referee doesn't catch it, is it fair? No. But is it the same level as bringing fucking metal objects in your glove? Hell no. So, again, I will restate. Was he straight and narrow? No, he did some dirty tactics. but he beat him in that ring fairly.
Okay. All right. No, fair enough. Fair enough as far as your answer is concerned. Let me just get in these comments real quick, and I'm gonna let Bruce go. I'm gonna let
And then
if
I
Bruce
want to
goes. I'm gonna let you
respond
go,
to that. I want to
and
respond
then
to
I'm
that
gonna let
after
King. I'm
Bruce.
gonna let you. I got you.
Yeah.
Black Star Sports TV. Big shout out to you, family. Black Star, you might as well just jump on in here, bro. He was talking about the Povetkin fight.
When did he fight Povetkin? Why would he be talking about Povetkin when we at the Fury fight?
I don't know. He might have been talking about something
He
from
talking about
earlier.
the Ellie. He talking about the Ellie side
I
bet.
can
He
tell
talking
you
about the
about
Ellie
He's
side
talking about
bet.
the Ellie joint.
Well,
Okay.
Wilder talking about he ain't had no proof, no evidence.
Okay.
He trying to say he's mentioning that the Povetkin fight. Okay.
Black Star said Fury said he spent millions of dollars for lawyers to handle the arbitration, meaning get him out of the fight, but they failed. Hector, big shout out to you, bro. He said Wilder's ego will make him lose the fight. He is not going to learn from the loss because he has a million excuses. Hector, the link to the chat is in here, to the live is in here. So if you want to get in and speak your piece, you can. Was Black Star says, was Tyson Fury considered great before he fought Wilder? I don't know who thinks he's great. Did any of y'all think he's great? Because I don't think he's great. I think he's good. I
Nah,
don't
he
think he's
good.
great.
He's
He's
good, but he ain't
good.
great.
I don't Bruce, Bruce, you think he's great? I don't think so.
About the best of a bad crop of heavyweights right now.
Tony's reviews, you feel like Fury is great?
Um,
I don't think so.
So as far as greatness goes, I don't give anybody the greatness title until their career is over, because you don't know how it's going to play out, and you don't know who they're going to fight and who they're going to lose to if they lose. So I would not say any of them are great until they're retired. First off, as far as what he's done, I would say both AJ and Dillian White have fought a lot harder competition than Tyson Fury has.
I can agree with that. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. A Black Star, if you want to get in here, just click the link, bro, and get on in here. Talk your talk. We got my bro Scott 70 in the building. I think Wilder's conspiracy theories were a clever and elaborate plan to help sell the third fight. I think he believed that too, though, Scott. He believed all that stuff. I don't think. I think it was a little bit more than that. Oh, blog, you on mute? Hold on a second, bro. And then Bruce goes. I'm gonna let you go. Give me a second, bro. Vlog, go ahead, player.
Man, bro, Scott, you off on that, because no one thought we were even having the third fight. So I don't think that had anything to do with selling the third fight. Not that he was right or Fury was wrong, anybody cheated. I'm really tired of even talking about that shit, because we need to finish the shit in the ring. But this was not no tactics to sell a fight that somebody was avoiding. So you couldn't use that to sell a fight, and the dude is avoiding the fucking fight. So that statement right there, that a little bit off base with that one. But let the homie Bruce get in, man.
Hey, yeah, hold on.
All right, man. I've been listening to you, Kat. You've been spitting out some good music over there. But I wanted to jump in when you were talking about that early setback interview, man.
Okay.
He said he didn't have any evidence for the. He said he didn't have any evidence for the Povetkin fight. He didn't need it because it was already determined that he had shown up positive for PEDs, and now people are confusing that with the Tyson Fury bullshit, and it was a totally different thing. He didn't mention any evidence or anything about Glovegate or any of that bullshit, man. The thing is about that, man. I personally am so sick of hearing that from both sides, man. I want to see a fight, because I'm not a fan of fighters. I'm not a fanboy. I've been watching this too long, man. I gave up being a fanboy when Muhammad Ali burnt me when he used the thyroids for Larry Holmes, man. And after that, I just want to see a good fight, man. I don't care what happens, but I think I think Deontay Wilder wasn't right for that third fight, man. His something about it, man. It was a mental thing. Maybe his camp didn't go right. Maybe it was a personal thing with his wife. I mean, we're hearing all kind of things. You can't help hearing stuff on this internet. And some of these people are so passionate about it, man. If you back the wrong fighter, automatically you're a hater, man. It's crazy the passion that these guys have for their individual fighters. And me personally, I don't give a shit, man. They can kill each other. I want to see a good fight, and this card is stacking up. It's getting better and better every day, man. And you know what? To me, it's an event, man. I'm getting ready to celebrate it. And the last thing I want is any heat with who I'm rooting for, because I'm not rooting for anybody, dude. I want to see the best fight possible. And these undercards, man, the Frank Sanchez and Ajaba.
That's a good fight.
And then the rematch with Hellenius and Kowalski, dude, man. You know, this has got me on
fights.
fire. I can't see arguing with anybody about it. What's to argue about, man? They're giving us a buffet on a silver platter, man.
Absolutely. Bruce goes. Let me kind of piggyback off of what you said, and then I'm gonna let King go. I'm glad you said that in terms of how people are so invested in fighters, and like you say something bad about their favorite fighter, like they'll block you, they'll like curse you out, they'll make it personal, like everything. I think the one thing about this channel, I think that I'm probably most proud of is I let everybody get they go, and I don't block nobody. You know what I'm saying? I let people speak their piece, whether it's popular, unpopular, in between. And I think we need more of that just in the YouTube boxing realm. I think it's too many. Bruce Goes, you've been on other people's channels. I think you'll agree with me when I say this. We need more channels that's going to let people speak their piece, no matter what their opinion is, and we can go back and forth.
People are asking me what am I doing on this channel? That's the ops. I mean, what are you talking about, the ops? I got no ops. These guys are talking boxing. You got a feud with this guy. Yeah. I don't have a feud with this guy, man. You know, I don't make it personal. I like to talk boxing. These guys are talking boxing, dude. And we got some intelligent heads out there talking boxing. You know, absolutely. I'm not gonna boycott their channel or just stay on your lane, man. Fuck that shit,
Bruce.
Man.
You move around, bro.
You know it, bro. You know it. And nobody has around, baby. Me out there.
Absolutely,
I know of, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, and we don't have no beef with nobody. We might be one of the few channels that don't have no beef with anybody, like on any level. Like I think we're pretty much cool with everybody. Like Bruce, me and you be in the same. We be in the same comment sections.
Yeah, bro, that's what happens, man. You know, you get so sick of all this after a while, man. You don't care. You care less and less about the fighters and more about the fight. And you know, that's the bottom line. And you know, we have these platforms where we can talk about fighters, we can discuss them. But when these debates start to get heated, and then you know they're talking almost criminal stuff that they want to do to these characters, and you say, "Oh, I want to go get this guy," and the names that they have, it's almost like a kids game. You know, it really is. It's like one of these crazy video kids games. But you know, these guys have to watch their mouths. They don't realize.
It'd be funny. It'd be funny, man, because it'd be a dude that got a name like Puzzles 213 or something. He's talking gangster shit. Like you know what I'm saying? This is hilarious. Hey King, go ahead and respond to Tony's reviews. I know you want to respond.
It's a little bit of response and finishing my thought. Like what I said was to a sense of what people saying is I didn't want to hear that shit at all if you ain't coming to prove it. Period. At that point, I wanted to know why the fight was off, and when the fight got back on, because of everything that transpired, that was the only reason why I wanted him to address it, to clear his name. Because to that point, I felt like Wilder had never lied about nothing, and at that point, I felt like he lied. So, yeah, can Wilder win this fight? Absolutely. But will he do the? Is he gonna do the thing? He don't need to change his style up. He just gotta throw out to that power. He gotta throw a hook. He gotta go to the body. Stop head hunting. And you ain't finna beat Fury with no 1-2. Care who the fuck you is, nigga. And this going back to the cheating shit. Fury should not box because he said he was like, we holding niggas accountable. Fury said he was robbed. He just showed he can knock him out, so he gotta knock him out again. That right there prove enough to me. That's in the fight. So if Fury can't go in here and knock him out, I don't expect Malik to do nothing. That's just me being basic. So if Fury go in there and try to box, Fury try going there and box, that's enough. That's enough for me to see, because why would you go? You in America, you ain't in the UK. You said you was robbed. You said you're going in the second fight to knock him out. You're gonna walk him down. Now you're saying you're gonna walk him down and mow him over like an 18-wheeler. You gotta stand up to them words. Because if you go back to boxing the way that you feel like you was robbed, that's like when me holding Wilder accountable. If you thought you were cheated, why are you trying to change something? Got to give credit with credit due. Fury did something he didn't expect. He dodged that 1-2 and gave him initiated. You know what I'm saying? And then Wilder did some rookie ass shit when he got hit in the back of the head. He did the Chad Johnson. He stuck his hands out, turned his head trying to run when he should have got in close. He should have tried to absorb him or kept that high guard up. But he tried to run out of there. So that's showing me it was some pressure on those shots. Was he right? I don't know. I want a third fight. Let that be the man. Yeah. If Fury wins this fight, he the better man. Point blank. If Wilder wins this fight, what we got now? Is it gonna be another excuse now? No, we don't want to hear no
fights, man. Two totally different fights, totally different endings. Everything. We have to have a third fight. Yeah. But you know, the interest is peaked as far as I'm concerned, man. You know, I'm paying $80, no problem, man. You know, I'm supporting.
It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
Absolutely.
Tony, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I gotta go now, man. Thank you.
Okay, Bruce, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you stopping through, bro.
I appreciate you.
All right, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, Tony, go ahead. Talk your shit.
I want to piggyback off of what King just said, right? Tyson Fury felt like he was robbed. All right. He felt like he was robbed in the first fight by the draw. Okay. Now let's think about this logically. All right. In order for Tyson Fury to cheat the way that it is claimed that he cheated in the second fight, everybody would have to be on board, from Nevada to fucking the WBC, the sanctioning body. Everybody involved would have to be on board to cheat him. Okay. Now here's the thing about it. You can look up the punch stats from the first fight. Tyson Fury outlanded Wilder in 9 of the 12 rounds. It was only round 7, 9, and 12 that Wilder outlanded Tyson Fury. Round 12, he knocked him down. So guess what? You didn't win that round by outlanding him because you already won it by the knockdown. Round 9, you knocked Tyson Fury down. Guess what? You didn't win that round by outlanding him because you already won the round by the knockdown. Round 7 is the only round that you actually won. So you won 3 rounds total. 2 of those rounds were knockdowns. The other 9 rounds, he outpointed you. He outlanded you. He outscored you. Now, some of those rounds were close to where you had Tyson Fury landing, say, 5 punches and Wilder only landing 4. However, when it's that close, you look at who's landed the more accurate, cleaner shots, and by far, Tyson Fury is the more technically skilled and lands the cleaner, accurate shots. So my point is this. If they were going to cheat for Tyson Fury, then they could have gave the first fight to Tyson Fury and nobody would have argued with it. Everybody would have said Tyson Fury outpointed him, and then it would have just kept going forward. They did everything they could to save Deontay Wilder by giving him a draw. So the cheating is bullshit.
Hey King, let me respond to that real quick, King. Tony, I hear what you're saying, bro. Wilder's game is not really equipped to be winning rounds. I can name 5 fighters off the top of my head that he was down on the scorecards against. So I agree with you there. Wilder's not going to win any decisions against the top 5, top 6 fighters in the heavyweight division. I think we can all agree on that. Secondly, this is a bad style matchup for Wilder. It's a bad style matchup for Wilder, but what makes this fight so interesting is Wilder really only has to do 3 things. 3 to really turn things in his favor. And he still might lose if he does these 3 things. Let me make that very clear. Okay. I'm not saying if he does these 3 things, he's guaranteed a victory. I'm not saying that at all. And King, after I get done with these 3, let me know if you agree, disagree, or you in between. Number 1, it's the mindset. He can't be fighting off the back foot, pivoting, moving around the ring and all of that. Like, the mentality has to change. There's a difference between fighting on the back foot, circling the ring and trying to, jab and stay out the way, and his mentality when he forced Vern in the second fight. Those are 2 different mentalities.
He needs to do more of that than backing up on the back foot, circling around the ring and just jabbing. That's not Wilder's game. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, he just needs to throw the right hand. And I'm gonna tell you why. He needs to throw the right hand because whenever he throws the right hand, Fury's gonna do one of two things. He's either gonna block or he's gonna back up. If Wilder consistently throws that right hand, that's gonna get Fury to stop moving forward, which is gonna give Wilder an opportunity to move forward. And that's gonna be his best chance of winning. And the third thing that he needs to do is when Fury stops punching. This is something that Tony's reviews, King Louis, you've watched plenty of Fury fights, and I know this is a fact. I ain't even asking. This is a fact. When Fury stops punching and he tries to leave out the back door, he leaves out the back door because his hands are down. His hands are down when he leaves out the back door, and he's been doing that his whole career because he's taller than everybody else and nobody can reach him. Wilder can reach him. And the 2 times he knocked him down in the first fight, Fury was leaving out the back door with his hands down. Wilder followed him out the back door, landed his 1-2, and it was a wrap.
About it. Ben Davison tried to warn Fury about it.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's those 3 things are the 3 things that Wilder has to do to win this fight. It's really a question of whether he can do them or not.
I agree, but I'll add on to the second. Like with leading off with that right, he need to be throwing the left behind it. And he needs to be hooking it because, like you say, you know what Fury going for. He's looking for that right. So you might catch him slipping a couple times because he's looking for it after the jab. Just lead off with that motherfucker, and then if you miss, adjust with that left. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he ain't gotta do too much crazy shit, but he can neutralize this man. And one thing about it, like Wilder's used to leaning back because he's usually being bigger than other fighters, and that was another reason he did that rookie ass mistake. So I don't know how much Malik getting close. He got to be better inside too. Like, cause that left gonna be awkward. It's gonna be closer than he throwing that right. So he gonna have to be efficient with it. And like I say, he got to give a body. If Fury come in big, nigga, man, go to that body. Don't just go. Don't shoot your low going for the head.
Yeah,
go for that body.
Tony, how you feel about what I said?
I agree with a lot. Well, I agree with pretty much everything you said, except for the first topic, the mentality. And this is the thing about it. Like, I agree with what you said, but I disagree with him actually doing what you said. So what I mean by that is all these people that talk about Wilder and they're like, we are, right? Mm. When and if, I'll say when and if, because he could win, but if he loses, I want these people who made all these excuses for him to realize they are the reason why he lost this fight, because Wilder has adopted these excuses and believes them. And that's my problem with it. If you believe excuses are real and you start accepting excuses and now you're making excuses, then you don't believe you did anything wrong because you're banking on these excuses being correct. Well, I only lost because my suit was too heavy.
But clearly his actions is speaking otherwise, because what is he doing with Malik in those training videos? Some shit he never did before. He trying to add to some things. I'm not saying he's changing his style.
Listen, King. I've seen him move around JD's. I've seen him jab. I've seen him set up shots. The only difference is you got Malik Scott, who's way more athletic than the broken down old man JD's. So he can
agree 100%.
No, I agree with that.
He can take harder shots.
Well, but what I'm saying is anybody can look good on pads. Anybody can look good hitting a bag, but that doesn't mean you're going to implement it in the actual fight. My only point was this. Because I feel by hearing what he has said that he believes these excuses. He believes in Glovegate. He believes in Flappy Glove. He believes in egg weights. He believes he was poisoned. He believes the suit was too heavy. That tells me that deep down inside, he feels like he did nothing wrong, that he should have won the fight, and those excuses are the only reason why he lost. And I don't think he's going to change. I think it's going to be the same result, if not worse, because of that mentality.
Tony, Tony, answer this question first, and then King follow up. Who has more pressure to win this third fight, Wilder or Fury?
Wilder.
What you think, King?
Fury didn't cheat Wilder. If Fury cheated, I don't know. Like I
Yeah,
said, I ain't gonna overlook them goddamn gloves flapping. You know what I'm saying? The water shit. That when I said that shit was crazy. That was bogus. And then they come out like a couple weeks ago saying they fired that nigga that night. So that's all bullshit.
yeah, yeah. Tony, the reason I asked you about the like your personal opinion about the cheating thing earlier is my initial thoughts on Fury, whether he cheated or didn't cheat. Um, I never bought the water thing. I thought that was bullshit. Um, I felt like Wilder shouldn't have said nothing about the costume. I felt like that was bullshit. Um, as far as and when people talk about the glove, um, it was more so the first fight where you seen the glove kind of like flopping around. If there is something with the it's something with that left glove that he likes. It's almost like a baggy pair of jeans. You know how some dudes like they jeans baggy. Like that's almost what it seemed like. It seemed like he just like his left glove kind of baggy. Like that's not the first time I've seen that, in a Fury fight, but I've seen that with other fighters as well. Um, so that's probably the one thing that kind of stood out in the first Tyson Fury and Wilder fight, and you could actually see it. They actually showed it live on ESPN when they was doing a breakdown of that first fight. Um, in terms of the glove. So I will say that, but I'm not buying egg ways. I'm not buying water. I'm not buying the costume and all of that. But the glove situation is something that um that was something that I seen like live and in real time, Tony. So that's why I was asking that question. Let me get in these comments real quick, bro. Scott 70, I think Wilder's conspiracy theories were I read that already. Third fight was always on, and now we have it. Yes, indeed. Hector, big shout out to you. I think Anthony Joshua has the style to beat Fury. Fury has Wilder's number though. I think AJ beats Fury, me personally, but Dead Game Boxing, big shout out to you. My baby Jay Banks, what's going on? Justin Falzone, what's going on? He said no one thinks Wilder has a chance. The man can't make the proper adjustments because he can't come to terms that he wasn't the better fighter that might. Um,
He meant
City.
that night. He meant that
Yeah,
night.
that night. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He's going to make the same mistakes because he doesn't think he made a mistake. That's I can see that.
That's
I
what
can
I'm.
understand that too. I can
Yeah,
understand that.
I
That's
can
why I ain't
understand
said
that
you was
too.
wrong one time, even though it's a couple points I don't agree. But with just the mindset, if he ain't,
The my
I also thought that if he don't go in there, like what is you changing if you was cheated? You ain't changing nothing. You going right back in
yeah,
that bitch and stopping the cheating and
absolutely.
commencing. So if you
Uh,
changing something, it just I don't know. What is you admitting to what you need to change? Are you telling the public one thing? Is you saying something different? I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that's
kind of like
mentally weak. That's mentally
it's
weak.
kind of like it's kind of like it's kind of like an alcoholic. You can't recover until you admit you got a problem. So I think privately, I think he's admitted that he had some problems in that fight. Privately to like Malik Scott, I think he has. I'm gonna get through the rest of these comments and then I'm gonna introduce my bro. Hector said, "Oh, $5 super chat. Big shout out to you. Appreciate it. For real, I really like how this is not a fanboy channel. You and Shane are real ones. Appreciate that, bro." He said Fury in 5, humiliatingly because he's pissed Wilder fucks with his unification chances and showed no respect to him or his trainer. History has shown a knockout fighter in a rematch loses even quicker. No reason to think otherwise this time. Let me get through these last few. And Wilder will still have 500 excuses, but won't have a big time fight ever again because he's unprofessional and ruined his rep. Blaze, you already in here. I hope Wilder loses again because he's made it about race, but I think he's a live dog with. I'm not sure what that means. Mighty Max Boxing. What's going on, bro? Young dude doing it out here in these streets. Big shout out to Mighty Max Boxing.
The egg weights lie was a whopper. Yeah, the egg weights is what got me. I just couldn't subscribe to that. But I gotta introduce my guy, New Boxing Wave Media. He usually comes in as Blaze Philly 215. Whatever you want to call him, it's the same guy. New Boxing Wave, what's going on, good brother?
Right. What's up, fellas?
Ain't nothing.
You know
Salute
I
to
had
you,
to get on
man.
there.
Salute to you.
Hey,
Yo,
hey, bro, talk your shit, bro.
all right, so all right, you know what's the deal with me and Wilder, man. So honestly, I need everybody to just stop the nonsense. Like y'all see these gloves. I'm not no Wilder fanboy, but I am at grips with reality, and we know them gloves were I'm right. Egg weights, whatever happened. This type of shit happens in boxing all the time. So I need people to stop ignoring it like it don't happen. So I think Wilder has learned from the fight before to open his eyes to the dumb shit that goes on in boxing because he was naive and relying on his power. Now, if we want to erase the second fight, the first fight, you know, I had Wilder winning because of them 2 knockdowns, and it was a good fight. But where in the world does power translate from Tyson Fury from one fight to the next? He barely hurt Wilder in that first fight. So let's be real about that. I remember one punch in the 12th round that he actually stunned him. That was it. Then we go to the second fight. It's a completely different fight. So when we get to this third fight, what happens when Wilder knocks his goddamn head off? Then what are the excuses going to be for Tyson Fury? We always talking about the excuses for Deontay Wilder, which I can understand people taking them as excuses, but when you have facts to prove these excuses, not all of them. I ain't gonna say all of them been proven in fact, but anybody that's seen them damn gloves knows something is wrong. Either way you look at it. So I can't see an egg weight. I can see maybe his hand wrap. You know how it gets hard when it gets soaked. It gets harder. So let's act like people ain't did funny shit with gloves because we've seen it before. And this is just like they did Cotto when he made the excuse about Guerrero. I mean, not Guerrero. I can't remember his name right now. But when he was telling everybody in the world that would listen that he got, when he got treated by Margarita, he told everybody in the world about that before the Shane Mosley fight, and nobody believed him. And then when they come back around, he got caught in that Shane Mosley fight. Oh, now everybody wants to believe Cotto. And then when the third fight comes around, the second fight between these two come around, it's a completely different fight. Now I believe wholeheartedly, like I will put my money where my mouth is, that this third fight will be completely different.
So
now, are you putting some bread? Are you putting some bread on the fight?
Focus.
Are you putting some bread on
some bread up? I
put
my bread up when I told you the fight was. You already know I'm putting my bread up, bro.
Man. I hope Wilder win, bro, but I just
I'm not now. Don't, and I want everybody to know I was not a Deontay Wilder. Jeff, tell him I was not a Deontay Wilder fan.
That's a fact.
Before the
That's a fact.
So don't tell me I'm a fanboy. I'm a fan of boxing and the sweet science and being fair on both sides.
I was a Deontay Wilder fan. I was one.
Hey, what's this guy that just
I held him accountable. That twerking shit, whole bunch of bullshit. Right. Hey, honestly, I had the conversation.
When it comes to outside the ring, I'm not going to say I'm a fan of everything he does. I mean, I believe he brings too much politics into his whole persona anyway. But that's neither here nor there. I don't judge him off that type of stuff.
Facts.
I'm judging him off what he does in the ring, and that's it. When it comes to all that other stuff, I'm not even getting into all that other stuff. So that's why I was glad he kept his mouth quiet during the press conference, because I believe he talks too goddamn much.
Shit, he got on two lives yesterday.
He got on yesterday and just have everything in the world to fucking say. Like,
man.
Just shut the fuck up.
But hold on, did anybody catch this in the hold on? Did anybody catch this in the first interview? The one with Fred. Anytime they talked about Fury, this nigga got to talking like Jesus, man. Man, I ain't trying to be funny and none of this shit. Like, he talked in parables. He talked in parables. But when they brought up Charlo and they brought up Dillian White, oh, them some bitch ass niggas. With the woo, with the woo. Oh, this nigga mad because I picked Tony. He was very clear and transparent. This is your time. If you're gonna wait till after the fight, all right, I'm still rooting for you. I never root against you, but after this, I'm gonna have to start rolling with you. If it's some fuck shit, you can't show no type of merit to what you trying to say because you came out and said, I want to fight. If I can't get the fight, I'll take it to court. You had no reason to be talking like that.
So hold on real fast. I want to jump.
Arbitration had nothing to do with that cheating shit. So you had no reason to bring up that cheating shit. You should have went straight into arbitration.
Hey King, let me interject real fast. Let me
Go
jump
ahead.
in too deep down the rabbit hole, too far away from what was said. So check this out. You said the first fight with Deontay Wilder.
Who you talking about? Who you talking about?
Buddy in the hoodie. I can't see the name.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let me remove the comment. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay.
New Boxing Wave Media. Go ahead.
So now I can see it.
Okay.
So check this out. You said, where did the power come from? The first fight, you only saw him hurt Wilder in the 12th round. Now, mind you, that 12th round was already after the round where supposedly Tyson Fury was knocked out, but he got up to hurt him in that round that you said. Now, moving past that.
Let me pause right there. When people say he was knocked out, I don't go for that.
No, right.
That's not. He wasn't knocked out. If he was knocked out, he wouldn't have got up.
No, I'm not saying you said that. My point is this: a lot of people, not everybody, but some people, I'll say, try to say that he was really knocked out. However, the round that you picked where he hurt Deontay Wilder was the same round that supposedly some people believe he was knocked out in. So that shows you that he had some type of power after almost being knocked out because he did hurt him in that 12th round. I agree with you. We saw him get spaghetti noodle legs, but this is what I want to
say. He hurt him. He stunned him.
Right. But this is what I want to tell you. So people don't really realize Tyson Fury's record. They sleep on his power because he doesn't have the flash knockouts like a Deontay Wilder. But check this out. Out of all of Tyson Fury's fights, he's only had 10 that he didn't knock people out in, okay? 3 of those 10, okay, so out of those 10 fights, he had a rematch with 3 of the guys. And all 3 rematches, he knocked them out. It was Derek Chisora, he came back, beat him because he didn't want to get out the corner. McDermott, knocked out. Deontay Wilder, knocked out, which means...
All
right, so hold on. Those are knockouts to me.
Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. A TKO, retirement in the corner, a cut, it all counts the same on your record as a knockout. It's still a knockout.
But I don't.
Right. But let me finish.
That's why they call it a technical knockout.
But just listen to what I'm saying. What I'm trying to tell you is, out of all the people Tyson Fury has fought, he has knocked out every single person he has rematched, and there's only been 7 people who haven't been knocked out by him in his entire career. So the dude's got pop. He's got power because he stopped everybody but 7 people.
Blake, you want to respond to that, bro?
All right. You want me to go? Yeah, sure.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Respond to that.
If he got more to say, I'll let him say. But if you're ready,
go ahead. Go ahead. Talk. Go ahead.
All right. So we say that, right? I hear your points, right? But to me, when you're talking about the heavyweight division, like I said this before on the live, there's a top. It's levels to this. So when you're talking about him knocking out tomato cans, that means nothing to me. Derek Chisora is nothing but a gatekeeper to me. I've seen Derek Chisora knocked out before. That doesn't mean nothing to me. So when you come into a person, when Deontay Wilder before that second fight had never been knocked out. I've seen him knocked down before, and that was in the damn near when he was damn near amateur. When this third fight happens, it's going to prove a lot. Either somebody in between, no matter what, is going to be proven as a bullshitter, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be Tyson Fury, because, like I said, when you don't just develop power overnight, and technically, if the fight would have went on, that second fight would have went on longer, he would have knocked Deontay Wilder out. Now, what happened in that second fight is the big question. We're not going to just glaze over it like it didn't happen. These accusations did not just manifest by themselves. I've seen proof of some of them. Now, as far as the being drug thing, I don't know. We don't have proof on that, but don't act like that does not happen in boxing. Boxers have already came out. The great George Foreman said he was drugged before a fight before.
And
So that
probably
stuff
Maldonado
happens.
used to get his ass whooped every fight talking about niggas on steroids.
Wait, that's not even.
I don't know about we.
That's a
One
fact.
might
No,
not
that's
be
a
a
fact.
full bullshitter. We not even gonna
Gotta
bring
bring
that
that up.
in there. We not gonna bring. We not gonna bring Paulie to that in there.
Hold
No,
up, wait.
Paulie has
Stop,
pulled
stop the
no
show.
weight.
Stop the show real
That's
fast.
why I
Stop.
said I'm just
We
showing
gotta
you how the
clarify. Hold
bias
on,
is.
new
Right.
boxing. New boxing. We need
Like
to
we
clarify
all
what you
know,
just said.
boxing
You just said
behind the
George
scenes
Foreman.
is a
Hold on.
dirty sport.
Listen.
And
Listen to
Fury's
what
a
I'm
dirty
saying.
boxer.
You just said that George Foreman. Hold on, King. Let me talk. Hold up.
Go
You
ahead,
just said
go ahead,
that
bro. Go
George
ahead.
Foreman. Yeah, I'm trying to. You just said that George Foreman claimed that he was drugged, and he did claim that. However, he also came out and retracted that and said it wasn't true. But this is my point. When that happened back in, I believe, the 70s, when he said he was drugged, they did not have toxicology reports that they
Yeah,
had to do after the fights. They did not test them. 90%, 100% of the boxers back then could have been on steroids and nobody would have known because there was no testing. Today, after the fights, they get their blood drawn and they get their urine tested. So if he was drugged, it would have came up in the
right.
toxicology. It's not
So
the same. It's not the same.
so again, we acting like we're acting like those things can't be masked. We know there are chemists out here that can mask agents, so those toxicology tests aren't accurate. We can't just depend on that. People have gotten away with steroids taking, just blood tests. That's why people prefer body testing because it's a more
Hey,
strenuous test.
with new boxing, they did
I
have
can't hear
VADA
you, Jake.
testing, and they did
We
have
can't hear
VADA testing. Hold on, can y'all hear me?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, they did have VADA testing in that fight, bro.
Yeah, but we still know there are things that matter. We know it. I don't know if it was by the testing in the third fight. I'm not really sure. I got to look that up. But
It
I'm not
was.
saying I even believe the drug test. I mean, I don't believe the drug thing. But I'm not going to act like that type of stuff hasn't happened before. So the door is open for it.
Hold on, a new boxing. What do you believe? Maybe this is where the disconnect is. What do you believe Fury is guilty of from the second fight? Maybe
This
we can clear
I
it up with
believe
that.
I definitely believe the gloves were tampered with. Bottom line, I don't know about the A weight in the glove. I believe he could have did that with his gauze and with his hands wrapped. We don't know if he did anything with his hand wraps, like just like what's his name did with Cotto.
Margarito.
So Margarito. We don't know if he did something with his hand wraps. I know you don't get blood on your hand wraps if your hand's in a glove. I don't know how that happens. I mean, it's just too much evidence for me just to ignore that. So, like I said, when it comes to this third fight, it's going to prove a lot to me.
Can I ask you a
He
question?
got all eyes
Everybody.
on him now.
I got a
Go
question for
ahead, Kane. Go ahead,
everybody.
Kane. Go ahead, Kane.
I don't want nobody to think I'm no Wilder hater, because this really in the point of Wilder. Is it beyond the belief to say that
Mm-hmm.
Fury is a cheater? Is that insulting to this man?
Honestly,
Martin
not. He already
Carefoot,
been caught cheating how many
Martin
times?
Carefoot, Martin Carefoot.
Minus Martin Carefoot. We talking about in the
What's the
ring. He
dude in
already
the
got popped
ring
for
and
PED.
yeah,
He already got
nigga got with the glove. The nigga that
wrestling
ref made
hand
him
fight.
stop and make him
Like
rewrap his hand.
in the middle of
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
damn fight, this nigga had exactly. So we
I
already know he's already a cheater.
Tony, a
He's a
Tony,
gypsy. That's what they're known for.
a Tony.
Yes,
This
no.
the thing. This is the thing that I'll say, and I gotta get in the comments after this. Fury has done enough things before he fought Wilder to have you skeptical, like make you scratch your head a little bit. You know what I'm
But
saying? So
but here's
it's
here's
uh-huh.
here's the thing about it. Okay,
Uh-huh.
first off, when Margarito is brought up, okay, like Margarito, all right,
Mhm.
so it's two different things. What Nassim called is completely different than what Cotto was trying to say. Cotto, hold on, let me finish. Let me explain this. So when he fought Cotto, what they tried to say was that he had a dust that they put in his wraps and it turned into a plaster as sweat hit it. So it's almost like concrete in his wraps underneath them gloves. That's what Cotto was trying to say. And he brought up pictures of where it looked like the gall wraps were cracking. However, what Nassim called was nowhere near that extreme. he was double rapping, which is illegal unless you're Canelo. You're allowed to double rap. You get an exception for whatever reason. But
You talking
double
about
rapping,
the whole
hold on,
block fell out his glove.
No, they caught him double rapping, and Nassim made him redo it because the fight went on.
All right.
They just had to re-rap it. It's called double rapping. What double rapping does is it makes the goal raps very rigid.
Tony, I gotta correct you on that, bro.
Go ahead.
I gotta correct you
Somebody
on that.
need to, because that's not what happened.
Let me tell you what happened, bro. Yes, there was double rapping going on. And for the people that don't know what Tony's talking about as far as the double stacking, Canelo did that before the Triple G fight right in front of the commission. Am I correct? That's what you're talking about, Tony? That's what you're talking about. Okay. So what happened with the Margarito thing, bro, is yes, there was double stacking as far as the reps, but it was double stacking because he had the plaster inside of the reps. That's what he got suspended for. He didn't get suspended for the double rapping. He got suspended for what was inside of the reps. He got suspended for a whole year. You're not gonna get suspended for a year with just the double stacking. He actually had something in the reps outside of the double stacking.
Who called him though? Who called him, G5?
Who called him? Brother Nazim.
Yeah, not the commission, right?
Not the commission, not the commission. Right, right.
You're right. Let me interject real quick. I'm gonna take it a step further. I watched the whole interview when he talked about this. I literally was just watching it maybe 2 days ago. He literally said he was double rapping his reps. And he said he made him turn his hand over and the block fell out of the rap onto the floor. Nassim said, "What was that?" And he picked it up, and the commissioner picked it up. If you look at it, if you look at the documentary about it, they actually show the thing that fell out of his glove in the when they was doing the trial for suspension. It was marked Exhibit A, I believe.
Yeah,
they
actually had Tony. They actually had something that came from that rap. So yeah.
So it was gauze. It was gauze. So what happens? Like he put it in his glove, and you wouldn't notice it until it got hard.
I was wrong because I just remember when I read the articles about it that the double rapping was what. I didn't know a plaster fell out of it. Like I remember the double rapping, but I don't remember a plaster.
Yeah, plaster fell out of it.
Hey Tony, and hold on, hey Blaze, hold on a second, bro. Hey Tony, you know the good thing about what just happened, yo. You're not gonna get that on no other channel. Like you see this interaction that's going on, and we just chopping it up back and forth, and like not everybody's agreeing 100%, but we all mature enough to chop it up. Like we need more of this just on YouTube, period, because it ain't enough of it. Like I need to get that in there and really drive that point. Go ahead.
Let me say something. He said something real important right there. He said, "Who caught it? Nassim caught it, not the commission. Not the commission. Not the people that's checking the gloves. Because I don't believe none of them. I don't believe are trained enough to even know. Because half of them people that do those inspections, they never fought a day in their life. They never wrapped their hand in a day in their life. They only know what it's supposed to look like, not what is supposed to happen when you're wrapping a man's hand." So, like I said, we don't know what happens in the back of the, in the back when they're wrapping their hands, because Tyson Fury team unplugged the camera or whatever they said. They put a hanger in there, unplugged by itself.
But the crazy shit about it though, JD's back there. So why would you fire
I believe he should have been fired. We've been saying that since
oh God.
Hold on, is JD still with him? Because I haven't seen him around.
Yep, he's still there.
Yeah,
he's still there. Yo, that's and so you know what, yo, hey King, let me respond to what you just said, King. That's probably the biggest indictment on Wilder, period. Like I can't get around that, and it's beyond loyalty because Mark Breland was there just as long. Let's be real,
that's boxing.
Sure. What Wilder, he's all about black, right? Am I right, King? He's all about black. He's all about being black. Am I correct? So when you give off that persona, when you give off that perception, and there was a rumor that your black trainer spiked your water, but there's a clear fact that the white guy is completely incompetent and doesn't know what he's looking at when he's in an opponent's dressing room,
Oh
and
God,
you fire the black guy and not the white guy,
that speaks
I
volume.
can't
Now,
like that. There's really no
let me
recovering
interject a
from that
little
as
bit
far
on
as
that
I'm
a little
concerned.
bit.
Thank you, G5. That's all. I still
Yes,
fuck
sir.
with the man,
Interject.
but it's hard to look at him the
Let
same.
me
It's
interject
hard
a
to
little.
look at
Let
him
me
the
interject
same.
a little bit on
Go
that.
ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna interject. I try to look at things from all angles. Now I try to look at it like this. JD's probably didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and that exposed him. So Deontay probably, well, I'm gonna give you one more chance, man. If some shit like that happen again,
He
that's
could have
what it
told
is.
Breland the same thing. He
Is
could have
like,
told Breland the same thing, bro. He could have told Breland the same thing, because the thing is,
no,
if he would
those
have
are two
said
different things.
no,
To me, those
JD's
two
is
different.
worse.
Okay, but
JD's
Me
is
being
worse, bro.
drugged by you and you just
JD's
being
is worse.
incompetent is two different
way
things.
worse.
JD's is way worse, bro.
Who
I
say
can't
this
let you ride
stupid
with that.
motherfucker? Who say he's stupid enough to be that damn incompetent? That's us giving him the benefit of the doubt.
So
Yeah,
Who
Lou
think
I-
because he back there looking
Biden,
at some shit?
listen to this.
yeah.
Listen to this. Listen to this. Let me tell you why I agree with Jeff right there. Because check this out. Check this out. The reason why JD's is worse is because Mark Breland got fired for saving Deontay Wilder from JD's mistake. If there was
Absolutely.
really something in the gloves, that's why it's worse. Because Mark Breland actually saved Deontay Wilder from JD's mistake. If there was some funny business that went on, I don't believe there was, but if there was,
100% agree.
A Blaze, Tony.
I kinda agree.
Let me hold on. A Tony. Let me finish this off for you. A Blaze. The thing that's crazy
Yep.
is you saying that it kind of goes against your whole point. You said the reason why there was an issue in the second fight is because of the gloves. JD's was responsible for watching the gloves. So if your theory is correct, JD's is the reason why Wilder got his ass whipped. That's what I'm saying. Like him firing Breland and not D's, that's what makes it's damn near criminal. Like,
all right,
go ahead,
so
bro.
let
Go
me
ahead.
interject on that a little bit because
Okay.
because I think are leaving out a lot of substance when it comes to JD's compared to the trainer. Now, the trainer was accused of not only, I hear when y'all say he got fired for throwing in the towel, but it's substance to that. Now, we don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, but I know what I kind of hear the rumblings of him not liking Deontay Wilder before the fight. Now, when you say he's the reason he got his ass whooped, but the trainer was also accused of spiking his water. I'm not going to trust no goddamn man that put something in my goddamn water could fucking kill me against a man that probably just didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Bro, JD is for giving him water too.
JD's is giving him water too.
Now
hold
on. Let me not.
Oh God, in the ring.
We don't. I mean, but
I'm telling you,
know the something,
bro. It's video of it, bro.
It's
video of it.
I think we're getting a little lost on my point where I say
go ahead.
I felt like both of them should have been fired.
I can agree with that. If it's either he fires both or fires neither one of them. He can't fire the black dude and not the white dude. Like that's crazy.
Now, when you say that, I understand because it's Deontay Wilder, but black and white don't mean shit to me, right? When it comes to that, when it comes to business,
it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing to you, but that's his whole persona. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
this is his whole persona. That's his whole makeup.
I can't speak for him on that. I'm not going
to. He can be purple, my nigga. Hey, he can be purple. It don't matter what his color is. He supposed to got fired too. I'm in agreement with you when you say JD is supposed to get fired and Mark Breland. But if you look at it, if you don't believe the poison, which I don't believe the poison, he really fired Jay. Like this is what he's saying. He fired fucking Mark Breland for JD ass mistake because we don't believe the poison.
The only reason I give the poison thing some thought is because when I look at that fight, Deontay Wilder just did not look right, man.
You want to know something else? He was the biggest of his career. He was the biggest of his career, 230 something. When he threw that jab to the bottom, it didn't look the same.
On top of that, when y'all bring up the costume thing, Deontay Wilder never stated that. That was a reporter
No,
listening in on
he
the
did.
conversation.
Yeah, no, he did. He did. He did,
What,
bro.
tell me what interview.
Bro, I can send you the link. I can send you the link, bro. I can send you the link. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I will send you the link.
No.
Yes.
Pause.
Go
We're
ahead.
talking about this story. That story came out a day after the fight. He
Right.
never even talked to a reporter.
Yes, he did.
So much later. So how did he say that?
Listen,
No, I will send you the link, bro. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send it to
New-
you.
Why would he get in a video
That
with a
story
reporter?
came out after the fight.
Listen, it came out. Nobody heard it. Audio. What's the dude's name? Kelly Ioli.
Kevin Ioli.
Kevin Ioli leaked the motherfucking audio of him talking to him and shit. On God, that's why he say he don't trust the media no more.
Because I know that's not true. I know he didn't do no interviews after the fight. He never officially said that at all.
Bro, but hold on. If that's the case, if he didn't say it right after the fight and he said it to Kevin Ioli months later, that makes it even worse.
Why would you do that?
Because he had time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? He had time to think about it.
Now I know what y'all talking about. Now I know what y'all talking about. I seen that interview, and he didn't quite admit to that what was the problem. He said the suit was heavy because he felt something was wrong with him.
The makers of that suit,
he didn't admit,
when the statements came out, the makers of the suit had to come out and say, we made suit for this man previous. It was never a problem before.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So exactly, that's true too. But he said he was saying that he never had an issue before that fight. He said that night of the fight, I just didn't feel myself. I felt out of my body. The suit was weighing me down. He didn't blame the suit. He was saying the suit was heavy because something was wrong with him.
Hey, bro, listen. Here's the thing. The reason I don't subscribe to the whole water thing and all of that, because you opening up. Opening up Pandora's box. You opening up Pandora's box with that. Because hold on, Tony. Hold on, real quick, bro. You opening up Pandora's box with that, because if somebody has an off night, like, you don't want to do that, because then you could say that about any person that lose on any given night, and that's why I'm not gonna give Wilder that. You can.
I can't even call it an off night because that man Fury said he was gonna come in there and do that shit. So if he
did say that.
He did everything he said he was gonna do and shock the world, bro. Everybody just knew this man gonna run for 12. That man walked Wilder down.
All right.
Wilder's gonna have to win this third fight.
That shit hurt,
Go ahead,
bro.
Tony. Go ahead, Tony. Hold on, hey Blaze. Hold on a second, real quick. Tony, go ahead, bro.
I gotta ask for your permission first, because I don't want to play something without your permission. But I've got the audio right here of Deontay Wilder saying out of his mouth that the suit was too heavy, and that's why he
said that.
No, you can play it.
All right, I'm playing.
Go ahead, play it.
Hopefully, this sounds good coming from my phone through the speaker. Here you
go. Ahead, play it. Go ahead.
Listen.
The fact that, my uniform coming out, Kevin, was way too heavy for me. I didn't have no legs from the beginning of the fight.
And that's it right there.
Yeah.
It was too heavy. He didn't have his legs.
And that's it. That's exactly. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said the suit was too heavy because he didn't feel right that whole time.
He did not say I did not feel right. He said the suit was too heavy and he did not have his legs for the whole night because of that suit. Because of the suit.
He felt like he was all.
That's what he says in there.
First off, we don't even supposed to be no interview. We don't even supposed to be no snippet of that shit.
Yeah.
Like
Hold on.
That's the whole point.
When it comes to this third fight, that's what. One more thing. I just want to say, when it comes to this third fight, we're gonna see. That's where all this stuff is.
Yeah.
Because you just don't learn how to stop boxing. You don't just fall off a cliff like Holyfield said. You don't just forget how to stop boxing. That man looked like he couldn't even stand up. He couldn't keep his eyes open. If you watch the beginning of the fight when he took the mask off, all he kept doing was this to trying to keep his eyes open.
Bro, the thing is, he looked okay in the first round.
And the
second.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. No, he didn't.
I don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
Like,
I ain't
He
never gonna
hold
lie
on,
to
hold
you
on,
on
hold on.
that.
King, he didn't
he
look right.
stumbled.
Bro,
He
like if you
stumbled
go to the
when
first
he
round, look at
stumbled.
that jab.
He
Look at
looked.
that jab. He's leaning over, throwing that bitch. Oh, that ain't Wilder. I
I
equate it to the weight because
Yeah,
the
like
man was
he's
big as fuck, bro.
listen. In
Yeah,
that,
he
no,
was.
not even that.
in that second round, he caught Wilder caught Fury clean with the straight right in the second
Yeah,
round. He was definitely 100% in the fight for the first 2 rounds. Let me tell you what
I
weakened his legs.
He
What
ain't
weakened
no
his legs
fucking
was he came in at 230 pounds, heavier than he had ever been. Then
correct.
to add to that, he had a 272-pound man leaning on his back, choking on every chance he got. That's what took his energy
Which is
away. Right?
illegal.
That's it.
I never
Yeah,
heard of choking being illegal in
yeah.
boxing. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
how he
King,
beat. That's how he
and
beat
yo,
Wallen. That's how he beat
and
Wallen.
that's how he beat Steve Cunningham too.
Like man,
Bro, is and you know
Oh,
what?
Steve Cunningham with a cheap shot.
Well, yeah, that
Steve
too. But
Cunningham was up on the fight. He would have lost that fight.
let me get in these comments real quick. My bro L Dub Boxing, big shout out to you, bro. Nate Johnson, big shout out to you. He said, I wonder why they didn't ask Malik Scott about JD's messing up with watching Fury getting his gloves wrapped. I can answer that, bro. When you in mainstream media, you kind of get like a script, like of what not to
Yeah, I'm about to
ask.
say they
Yeah, you get a script about what not to
exactly.
ask, but I'm not mainstream media, neither is
Definitely
King
gonna say
Louis,
that.
so they wouldn't be able to get away with that with us. But that's another story for another day. Will Stokes is in the building. He said Fury will destroy Wilder. Nate Johnson, nah, you can't count out a world champion. We've seen massive upsets. Anything can happen. Yeah, it's heavyweight boxing. Anything can happen. He also said, I think Wilder needs to stop looking and waiting so long for the KO and let his hands go. He falls for Fury's feints too much and needs to parry the jab. He needs to do some feints himself. He definitely needs a jab. Wilder has never really feinted before in his career, not on a consistent basis, so I'm not going to expect that in the third fight. Hector, Fury does not have crazy power, but it does not mean he has pillow punches. I agree with that. Scott, LOL, Drug and Wilder's drink bottle is attempted murder with a load of shit. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Neither with the spike water. That's funny. Mr. Allen, what's going on, bro? I ain't seen you in a minute. Fury gave Wilder COVID. Oh man, that was a low blow, bro. That was a low blow.
no. Boss, it was a nigga out there saying, bro, Fred,
Yeah,
This though,
Fred.
let me say this on the live real quick.
I ain't gonna hold it
Before
against
Fury
Wilder.
fought Deontay Wilder, where the fuck did all these Fury fans come from? Because it sounds like y'all more Deontay Wilder haters than Fury fans. Because I didn't know a Fury fan from a can of paint until this man
Yeah,
came around.
yeah.
I'm a
I
Wilder
think it's a
Where
fan,
the
believe it
fuck
or
did y'all
combination.
not.
come from?
I'm a
It's a
Wilder fan,
com.
believe it or not.
Yeah, I like Wilder. I like Wilder.
Straight
I
It's
up.
just
didn't
some
like
stuff.
Wilder before
It's
this.
some
I didn't
stuff.
like him.
I
It's
did.
I
I
didn't
did.
used
He
to like him, man.
it's some.
brought me back to boxing, bro. When I
Yeah,
watched his knockouts
Right?
on YouTube,
but
made
some
me start
stuff.
looking at his fights, and it's like
Yeah,
he ain't the most technically sound, but that like you say, that bitch do get him all out of there,
Watch
bro.
he get him out of there. Yes,
He
sir.
get him out of there.
Yeah, and the thing is, yo, like with Wilder, let me tell y'all what I wish would have happened. I'm gonna get through the rest of these comments real quick. Wilder legitimately had bicep surgery after the fight. He could have went with that. The fact that he was the heaviest of his career, like you said, King, like you said, Tony, that was a big factor as well, because when your legs is getting adjusted to new weight, new body weight, especially at heavyweight, it can affect you in a different way. And Wilder's frame is real wiry. Like he doesn't have the legs to really hold that type of weight. So he usually fights at like 215. That's what he usually fights at. So he came in 15 pounds heavier.
So what you think he's gonna come in on this third fight then?
I
He
don't know.
needs to come in. He needs to come in no heavier than 220.
He
He
looked
needs to
big.
be in that 215, 220 range.
He looked big to me. Whenever
He
I
look
saw
around 215 right now.
no, I disagree. When I saw the face off, I think Wilder's around like 235, 240. I'm telling you, whenever I saw him side by side Fury, because you gotta
I can't
understand,
wait to look way up.
Fury is every bit of 270, 280 pounds, and he didn't look that
250.
massive next to him.
Yeah, I'm about to say over 250.
He didn't.
What How about hey King? What you think his weight was? What you think,
Man,
bro?
I wouldn't even. He look like it's 119.
I think
Some
he
shit.
big.
He don't look that big. Like
I
no, he ain't look that big to me.
Joe gonna be
Like
surprised.
last time I seen him, he looked like his face. You could see it in his face and all that shit. His
Right.
neck.
That's what I look at.
Yeah,
The face.
I
That's
didn't.
where
I didn't
I'm
see
at with
none of.
it.
I ain't see it because
I
when I
didn't
was
see it in
off the
his
spread,
face.
I definitely didn't see it.
That's what Tony. That's what I look at. I look in their face. I look in their cheeks and all that. Like it's like I didn't really see it. If I had to guess,
Look
I
at
would say he's about. I would say he's probably around. I would say maybe like 225 to 230, something like that. But I think he's in. I think he looks like he's gonna be trimming down. I would be surprised if he comes into the fight over 220 because that 230 wasn't working
So
for him.
look at him at
let me
the
say this.
face.
I'm reading this
Hold
comment
on.
right here. Right?
Just hold on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want
Go
to
ahead.
say this. Look at a still shot of their face off, right? What I want you to do is because they're in different clothing, you know, while they got on the sweatpants that are a little baggy, right? But look at the shoulders, look at the biceps, look at the forearm. Compare that to the 280-pound Tyson Fury. There's not much difference in their size of arms when they're side by side. Wilder's always had little stick arms, little stick legs. His arms look bigger, more filled out. Look at how his back, his shoulder blades are pushing back behind his head. I'm telling you, from my eye to how he looks in that t-shirt, them sweatpants, he looked bigger to me. He
You
really
know,
looked bigger.
bro, the let me add this real quick, and then I'm gonna get to this comment that's on the screen. Um,
That
I
might
think
be
Fury actually looks a little lighter than usual. Now he usually comes in and he like super chunky,
I,
but he actually looked like he's probably like 10 pounds less than what he usually is. So I hear what you're
that's where I
saying,
was at
but
with it.
I think part of that might be because Tyson Fury is not as big either. So I think it's kind of a combination of both. So Tony, what weight you think he's at right now? I'm talking about Wilder. Where you think he at right now?
Looking at Wilder next to him, I'm saying 235 on the low end, at the very high 240. I think he's right around that range.
Oh, see, I
So
don't see 240. I don't
I'm,
see 240.
I'm telling you, when I figure he's 6'7", looking at the dimensions, I'm telling you, he looked
So
bigger at this face off than he did when he was in the ring with Fury, and he was 230 in the ring with him.
a Tony, if you're right, if he's 235, 240, he's coming into this fight at 230 plus. So we'll know whether you're right or not.
But if
Yeah,
he
If
came in
he's
like that, and if he's saying that, he looked toned up. He was
no,
bulked up
yeah,
last fight. He was
He
bulked
looked
up.
better. He looked in better
he
shape than
looked
that.
toned,
If it's
First time
he do
135,
look toned up.
140, it's toned up then because I can't see the difference. I don't see it.
no.
He look a little more toned to me, Tony. What you think? I don't I think he was trying to just add like mass in his last fight. He looked more toned, like more lean to me.
He looked bigger to me, but like you said, we gonna know because it's just right around the corner in July. Like we gonna see it on the
Yes,
scale.
that's exactly what I
The
wanted to
thing
say.
about it is, you got to
Now
keep this in
that's
mind too. You got to keep this in mind. If he remained 230 plus like he was in the last fight, he's now had what, a year and a half to acclimate to the weight. So the weight's not going to affect him the same way it did in the second fight. It's not going to cause him to get tired. It's not going to
uh,
sap energy because he's acclimated to the heavier weight. And I think he stayed that
and
big
that's
because
where I think.
here's the thing about it. You got to think about this too tactically. If Deontay Wilder goes back to 215 or 209, I think he said he was 209 in the first fight when he fought Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was only 250 the first time they fought. Tyson Fury right now is talking about coming in around 300 pounds. That's his goal weight, he said, 300 pounds for this fight. I doubt he'll be that big, but he wants to be 300 according to Tyson Fury. That's a lot of weight difference. And I think Wilder has to
To
come
put
in bigger.
on.
He's got to come in
Yeah.
stronger to be able to keep the motherfucker from leaning on him.
Bro, whether he comes in at 210, 220, or 230,
He ain't stopping that.
If Wilder got him by 40 pounds or something like that, it's still gonna be a lot of weight for him to
Hey,
handle. It's still gonna be a
all
lot
right,
of weight for him to handle. He gotta come, he gotta come
interject a
play his
little bit
game.
on that because
Go
that
ahead.
makes me think. Right from the first fight, right? Why wasn't he leaning on Wilder the way he was on in the second fight? If he was bigger in the second fight, right? Why did it try that tactic in the first fight? Like, because the two, like I said, the two fights are so different, and it's two completely different
I can
fights.
answer that.
And
I can answer that. I can answer that. So in the first fight, going into a fight with Wilder, you're gonna do one or two things. Like you either gonna try to outbox him and kind of stay out of harm's way, or you're gonna try to bully him. Those really the only two ways you're gonna beat Wilder. So in
he's the
that
only
first
one that I've
fight,
seen bully him.
yeah, but we talk about the first fight though. The first fight,
Right.
and he's never been in the ring with Wilder before. He's like, I'm the superior boxer. I'm gonna go in and outbox him. So I understand that game plan, and for the most part, he was successful doing that. He was successful for the most part. So he believed he won the fight, right? He believed he won the fight. A lot of people felt like he won the fight, and they made it a draw. So the fact that it was a draw, the fact that it was a draw, he said, I'm coming for his head next fight. That's the mentality you supposed to have when you felt like you got robbed on the cards and you have a rematch. So that's the reason why it was the change in strategy.
Well, you also know that
right,
after the fight,
hold on, let Tony go, bro. Hold on. Let Tony go.
Real fast.
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
I'm just adding to. I want you to hear this. So for that first fight, Tyson Fury had Ben Davison in his corner. However, he also had Freddie Roach as an assistant coach in that fight. In that fight, Freddie Roach was pissed off after it was done at Ben Davison because he said he wanted Tyson Fury to be more aggressive, go for it. He saw flaws in Wilder, and Ben Davison refused to let Tyson Fury fight that way. So you've also got to think about that too, why they would change tactically, because you have Freddie Roach right there wanting him to go for him in the first one.
All right, so let me only I hear what y'all saying, but the only thing I see wrong with that is you remember in the first fight he almost got his fucking head taken off. So why in the world would you try to go forward to a man that almost took your head off, and then we go to the second fight because he didn't try that at all.
Because you can't run from him for 12 rounds.
Yeah, that's true.
If he'd did that in that first fight, he'd have damn near lost his fucking life to me. And then the second fight, I believe, like I said, so much shit was going on with that second fight that he knew something. He knew.
Bro,
his dad went from not fearing for his life to betting on the fight. Come on, man.
Bro, this is the thing.
I was born yesterday.
Bro, but this is the thing. With Fury, he got knocked down twice. He got knocked down twice because he was trying to leave out the back door. So you know when you fighting a power guy, you gotta walk to him. You gotta get closer to kind of smother the shots. You can't let Wilder get full extension on his right hand. You can't let him get full extension. You can't allow a Wilder with Brazil to happen. So from a strategy standpoint, I understand why Fury went with that strategy in the second fight. It makes total sense. You got to bully the bully.
Well, just like you said, the closer you get, the less torque. The less torque
is on it. Exactly. Exactly. So I understand it from a game plan standpoint.
But the last person that tried that was Arthur Spilka and got his goddamn life.
Ortiz stepped to his ass.
Arthur Spilka tried to bully him
and pieced him up bad.
Right to him.
He was piecing him
and
up.
he caught him with a short little right.
You can make the argument Spilka was winning that fight. You can make the argument that Spilka was winning that fight too.
Right, he was. And you see
but that means he was successful. That means he was successful.
Like Wilder said, he can be losing the entire fight. He got to be good for 1 fucking second.
That's his problem. That's his problem, though. He can't get away with that with Fury. That's his problem. He can't get away with that with Fury.
The first fight. He almost
hold on.
Listen, and you know what? Hold on.
He was a millisecond. He was a millisecond from doing that,
bro. I will say this. If that's any other referee, they wave it off without even starting to count.
Right.
I will stand on that. Like any other referee wouldn't even have gave him a chance to get up because he went the first. Right. He went the first 5 seconds without moving. He literally went the first 5 seconds without moving. And usually 9.9 out of 10, a referee is going to wave it off when they still like that.
Right.
Yeah, but here's the
Even
thing.
like I
agree.
said, Deontay
I
came
agree
damn
with that
near close, man.
1,000%. I definitely agree with that 1,000%. That was definitely the referee's discretion because a lot would have waved it off. But as New Boxing said earlier in this conversation when he first got on, when that 12th round continued, Tyson Fury went on to stun Deontay Wilder. So it
He
was
won the rest of that round. He
yeah,
won the rest of that
all
round.
that it
Yeah,
was
facts.
going off.
Hey, Wilder can set traps on this nigga, bro. He ain't gotta do too much crazy shit.
He can. He
Set,
can.
set that trap, make him think it's the same old shit, and then when he make it, when Fury make his move, throw that left, catch his bitch ass. He ain't gonna see it coming. Real shit. He
Like,
gotta capitalize
so
when
that's
he's on
what
the
I'm saying.
inside
This
and
third
try to
fight,
force Fury on
all
the
the
back foot.
excuses are
Because
over.
if
That's
Fury
why.
walked him down, nigga, it ain't nothing he can do.
It's just the problem that I see. The
I
problem
tell you
that I
like this,
see with
man.
this is here's the problem. You've got one guy who spent his entire career to learn how to use his body
You can't put that
technically
on right now.
correct, to box from all
On
angles,
that phone.
in and out of the ring. He used his skills. You have another guy who spent his whole career falling in love with his power, and that's it. 1 second, that's all I need. Well, what happens when that 1 second never comes? You lose. He lost. And that's the issue that I have.
And that's
Skills
what I
pay
think he learned
skills.
from that fight. That's what I think
Yeah.
he learned.
Maybe
I think
not.
he learned. I think he learned a lot from that fight. So
Them
that's where I
excuses.
was going to interject with the
I,
question when the guy said all these excuses for Wilder.
Who?
yeah,
Everything goes away in
bro.
this third fight.
Hold on.
Everything goes away in that third
Let's
fight.
go to that comment. Let's go to that comment. He said 2 white guys designed Wilder's heavy costume. I am fed up with the excuses given for Wilder. Let me get through these last 3, y'all. Wilder gives the impression he's a hardcore racist. Sadly, I find it offensive as a white man. Wilder claimed that he had COVID. I have
Boy.
never heard a boxer make excuses, this many excuses before, as much as Wilder. Justin said, you go forward because you want a short fight. If you stay on the outside and get Wilder time and space in 12 rounds, all he's got to do is catch you one time. He also said, keep him moving back. Don't let him step into his punches, get him frustrated. Fury isn't afraid of the heat in the kitchen because he took Wilder's best punches and got up. Scotty is in the building. I got Wilder, 10th round. My bro YSM, he said it doesn't need much promotion. Yeah, it doesn't, but I would like to see it because it's on ESPN. ESPN's promoting it. They got the budget for it, so they can put a little something to it. Not going to be that long. Wilder also used to punching down. He's fighting a taller, heavier fighter who miraculously is faster and more agile. Let me get into that real quick.
Not
Like
bad.
with Wilder, I don't know what he learned in the second fight. I don't know what he learned because if you listen
I
to
can
what
tell
he
you a
said,
lot.
Bro,
that's
this
you.
your
But see, that's you
opinion.
though. That's you.
What did
That's
he learn?
you. We talking about what did he learn, and the only thing we can go on is what he said in interviews. He has not said one thing strategically. Not one thing. And Tony King, you can correct me if I'm wrong. He has not said one thing technically from that second fight that he's done wrong. He
Will
said everything else, nothing technical. So I
Did
don't know
did
what
did
he's
did,
learned.
hold on,
technically,
did AJ say anything about when he got knocked out by Andy Ruiz? He said it was a lucky punch from the guy. He didn't say how he technically. Yes, he did.
no,
Yes, he
no, no,
did.
no. Hold on. You trying to say it like he made an excuse? He didn't
No,
make
I'm
an
not
excuse.
making no excuse. I'm just saying
That's
that's what he
not
said.
that.
And he,
Word that sounds like he used that as an
bro,
excuse.
I don't give a
So
fuck
he was
about
joking
AJ
when he said that
Wilder
shit.
when it come down to this shit. I'm gonna say what the fuck was said, nigga. This what
But
was said, nigga. And he did not.
Hold
I'm
on,
just
Tony,
saying.
hold on, Tony. Let him
I'm
go. Let
just
him cook.
Go
saying.
ahead, I get it.
Go
AJ
ahead, King. Go
never
ahead.
came out and said what he made a mistake in. He just went in there and changed it. Nobody thought AJ can go back there and box on the back foot with a dude coming forward, but he did.
Yeah, yeah.
He never
And the
said
thing,
that was my point. I wasn't trying to
no.
say
I feel no. I feel you. I feel
No,
you.
I was
I
just
will.
saying.
Let me add it. Let me add to that real quick, and then Tony, I'm gonna let you go. Yes, you're correct. AJ didn't come out and technically say, Andy Ruiz did this, Andy Ruiz did that. No, he didn't. The one thing AJ did do was man up from the jump. He manned up from the jump, even though he didn't give a technical reason why. So you are correct in that sense. but he did man up though. He did man up, and I gotta give him respect for that. But I don't think like Wilder didn't do. He didn't say anything technical, and he didn't man up. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a little different.
No,
You know what
I'm
I'm
just
saying?
saying. I'm just saying
Huh?
when niggas saying that he didn't give, like, I don't know. Like, it only reason I say it, and it's not what he said, like him telling me what he doing. It's how he's moving and he's staying with the rhetoric. He should have been shut the fuck up. Stop talking to everybody.
Oh
He
yeah,
ain't
no, I'm
talking to
with you. No,
nobody.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that 100%. Tony, go ahead, bro.
But
Yeah, no,
well, all right. So when
I
y'all,
was just saying that
oh, good.
I was just saying, King, that he did say that, but he said it like a joke because after the fight, he said that Andrew Ruiz was just a better man. He
Yeah, I
didn't talk
remember that.
about
But I'm saying that was like that's the closest thing I could sit there and say to him saying what he did wrong. I wasn't
right, but
saying he made no excuse. That wasn't the point. The point was just saying that he didn't come out and say it, but he went in there and made the adjustment.
But he did though. He did say some technical things that he was doing different. He actually did. What he said is after that loss, he said he believed that he spent too much time working out and he needed to spend more time boxing. So before he was like he was lifting weights and boxing, and it's not, I forget how he worded it, but he said now he's spending like 80% to boxing and only 20% to weightlifting. So he did tell you that the way that he was training is changing because of that loss. And then we saw him trim down in weight and use more agility, more boxing versus, that brute force tank that he normally fought like. Um,
All right. So let
Outside
me
of that,
ask
I
the
wanted to
panel
say
this
this. I
though.
want to say, hold on, let me. You
No, go
got it.
ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Say
Good.
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish up. Go ahead,
I
bro.
want to say this to the one comment that you read, something about Fury being miraculously more agile and faster. I disagree with that. Fury is a lot more agile,
No,
but he's
no. He
not
said
fast.
Fury was. He said
Right,
Fury
right, right,
was.
right. I disagree with that.
Oh, you disagree
Fury,
with that? Okay.
yeah. Fury is more agile, but I will tell you this: foot speed in that ring, there is no heavyweight quicker than Deontay Wilder. He can close a gap like a fucking sprinter coming off the blocks. Like, look at the speed that he hit Brazil with that punch. Look at his right hands. When he has distance, he does like this little run, hop, skip, and he's from one end of the ring to the other
He
end
did
of
it
the ring
against the
in a
burn.
blink of an eye. In a blink of an eye. He's super fast.
He
He
did it
just
with
doesn't
the
know how
burn.
to use it.
No, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I didn't even know my bro was in
Did
the
it? He
building,
did
man.
that with
My
the burn
bad for
though.
having you. My bad for having you waiting so long. My bro YSM Sports Media is in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's good? I ain't want
Eh,
to stay on long. Your
No, go
man
ahead.
said
Talk your shit. Go ahead.
your man said that AJ said it jokingly. He wasn't joking. He was dead serious. He was dead serious. He felt like that punch came out of nowhere, and we all saw how it happened. AJ hurt Ruiz, went in for the kill. AJ has the tendency to fight like a smaller guy. Wants to throw a lot of hooks and uppercuts, but
That's true.
really doesn't coincide with his body size. So by doing that and opening up, he gave Ruiz a chance. Who Ruiz is a very quick puncher. But I'm gonna reference about 3 or 4 guys, and you tell me what they all have in common. Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko, Deontay Wilder, and George Foreman.
They all tall.
They all made excuses in regards to fights. Foreman said that he felt like they doped this up his water. Vlad blamed his trainer for like I forget what was it.
I remember
Um,
that too. He did blame his trainer for
He
something.
blamed his trainer for getting knocked out by
Who
who was
blamed
that?
his
Layman
trainer?
Brewster?
You getting
Vlad.
chased by the cops, bro?
Klitschko.
No, I'm
You getting
down the
chased
way.
by 5-0?
That's an ambulance.
No, that's the
That's an
ambulance.
Oh,
ambulance.
that's an ambulance. I was getting ready to say,
Ambulance.
hey, bro, what you robbing the banks, bro?
Yeah, but Vlad blamed his trainer. I can't remember exactly what it was. Whether it was putting an ice pack on him or it was something along the lines. Very stupid.
Right.
Tyson Fury accused Vlad of trying to spike his water
Uh-huh.
and trying to poison him.
And the
I know y'all
gloves.
remember that.
And the gloves.
And the
Oh,
gloves.
And the
I'm gonna
gloves.
act like fighters don't get set up for losses though. They do. It happens in boxing. It happened to Tyson.
Hold on, let him go. Let him go. Let it go ahead, YSM. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm trying to show him that excuses This isn't foreign. Whether or not they're valid or not. A lot of times people want to act like Deontay Wilder is the only nigga to ever do this. No, this has been done well before. So let's stop picking and choosing. Let's go into this third fight. Whatever happens, no excuses. Whatever happens, happens.
Right.
Hey, YSM,
That's
can
why
I
I'm
can
so
I add
glad
on to
he
that, bro? Let me add on to
More
that.
excuses.
Bro, anybody that's subscribing to like they believe everything in terms of like glove gate or whether you believe it or not, this should be the most betted fight of all time. Like this should be the most
I know
betted
I'm
fight
taking all
of
bets.
all time.
I'm
Bro,
taking all bets.
this should be because I'm like, if you believe Fury is that dude and you felt like the second fight wasn't a fluke, you should put a bag on it. If you felt like Wilder got cheated in the second fight, you should be putting a bag on Wilder. Like this should be the most betted fight of all time, bro. Like for
I
real.
agree.
Like,
Fucking men, Jeff. Fucking men.
hey man,
I said
fucking
it don't need no promotion.
And
Man,
I'm
have
taking
y'all-
every last bet.
Listen,
I'm
half
taking
nigga
every
subscribers
last
gonna
bet.
disappear right after that fight, bro.
I
They
want-
gonna
That's
disappear on
true.
YouTube.
I
Niggas ain't
want
paying
that smoke.
They
that's
only
true.
there.
That's true.
And then,
Dude
hold up,
still
I'm
owe
not
me
going
money
to
off
disappear.
the
If Deontay
arbitration.
Wilder lose, I'll be right here
Alright.
next day on this goddamn channel. Tell you how I was wrong.
Say this. I'm
Hey,
gonna say
I don't got
who
no
made
problem
that
doing
bet with
that.
Shane?
hey,
Who
King,
made that bet with Shane? Did
That was
fight?
him.
I
That was
did.
him. That
Shane
was
still
him.
ain't pay my ass. He still ain't pay my ass. I gotta wait till the fight. I gotta
Yeah, I
wait till the
remember you
fight.
now. I remember you now.
hey, let me
Yeah.
get it out real fast. I'm about to go to
Go
bed.
ahead, Tony. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here's my problem, and this is what I came with. This is my whole issue with the whole fucking thing. This whole thing to me is fucking stupid because at the end of the day, this is what's going to happen. If Tyson Fury wins this trilogy, people are going to say Deontay Wilder's always been trash. He's no good. He fucking sucks because of all the excuses. That's it. Legacy tarnished. That's what people are going to say on the Fury side. However, if Tyson Fury loses to Deontay Wilder in the trilogy, then all you're going to hear is, see, we told you he cheated. He's no good. He had to cheat to win. So either way it goes, because of these bullshit excuses, one of these guys' legacies is going to be tarnished over bullshit, and neither one of them deserve to have something taken from them, and that's what's going to happen to either guy that loses. That's what I don't like about it. That's the ridiculousness of this whole fucking thing. Because here's the fact of the matter. Even if Tyson Fury goes out there and knocks out Deontay Wilder again, that doesn't mean Joshua could do it. That doesn't mean Dillian White could be Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder can be able to beat everybody but Tyson Fury. But if he loses because of these excuses, his career is over.
Hey, Jeff, can I interject?
Right.
Go ahead.
Can I
Go ahead, bro.
interject
Go ahead. Hold on. Let YSM go because he got to roll. Go ahead, bro.
This is the crazy thing, right? Do I believe Tyson Fury is a dirty fighter? Yes. Do I believe it's likely that Tyson Fury manipulated the rules and cheated in that fight? Yes. But guess whose fault that is? Guess whose fault that is?
Wilder.
Deontay.
Wilder. It's Deontay Wilder's fault.
Exactly.
If you know that your opponent, if I know that Tyson Fury is a dirty fighter, you know that Tyson Fury is a dirty fighter.
Knew.
Deontay Wilder,
everybody knew, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Everybody
Deontay
knew.
Wilder's team.
I think he was just naive to it. Not even that he knew.
Hell no.
He had that for
That's your fault.
he'd knock you out on steroids. Remember this shit with
And that's your-
Luis Ortiz and the shit with Povetkin? He had that, or I knock you out even on that shit, nigga.
That's,
that's
your
his
fault.
fault.
You're supposed to be completely prepared for everything that your opponent does. And if you aren't prepared, if your trainer isn't watching the reps, it's on you. All of that's on you.
That's a fact.
And I don't have
And that's exactly what he learned from that fight.
I don't have any sympathy. I don't have sympathy in that regard. I don't want to hear it. And I'm a Wilder fan,
Right.
but I know if I'm fighting a guy that loves to throw low blows and headbutt, guess what I'm watching out for? Low blows and headbutts. And if somebody get dirty with you, you get dirty back. That's the rule.
Right.
So I'm not. But yo,
But he did. I don't think he was knowledgeable.
Hey, YSM, you already know, bro. You already know. That was my guy, YSM Sports Media, man.
That's logic,
Let me get,
Yeah, that is logic for sure. Let me get through these comments real quick, fellas. Justin said, what did he learn? He hasn't come to terms. He can't even say shit. Just wasn't my night. Mr. Allen said G5 nailed it. I don't know what I nailed it on, but I appreciate that. Justin AJ did man up, total class act, and he came back and fought a boring fight, but he dominated in it and won legit. Scott AJ did have an excuse and promised to tell Costello and Bunce what it was from the BBC if he beat Ruiz in a rematch, but he didn't in the end. Mr. Allen said you have to take into account the levels of opponent that Wilder has fought. I'll get into
I hear
that
that,
in
but
a
I don't.
second.
Though. That doesn't mean nothing.
I can see Fury yelling at Wilder like Ali did to Terrell. That's funny. You know the thing that's crazy about
That man
the
ain't
Tony.
shit
I
for
want
that.
to. I know, right? Hey, Tony. Tony, I actually want to respond to what you said. You said basically it doesn't matter who fought the somebody's legacy is gonna get tarnished. Um, I don't. I kind of. I see
Deontay
where you
Wilder
coming
legacy
from.
already tarnished.
But see, I don't think his legacy is tarnished. I think it's. I
Who,
think.
Deontay?
Yeah, I don't think his legacy is tarnished. I don't think
Is
it.
he
I don't
Luke?
think it is because people
All right,
people
hold
had
on.
questions.
Is
Go ahead.
Canelo legacy tarnished?
Yeah, I don't think his legacy is tarnished.
No,
No.
Look, Canelo.
you're missing what I'm saying.
I ain't say Canelo. I said Wilder.
No, what
Wilder
I'm
I'm
has already
saying.
been labeled as an excuse maker. He can't
exactly,
box. He
exactly.
does he. So where how's it not tarnished?
Yeah,
But that's what I'm
That's the
saying.
first
That
thing
They can
people bring
probably
up.
use
that's
those
what he's
points now to
legacy.
try to duck him, but if he put himself in position, that don't mean all because Fury did it, AJ do it, or Dylan do it
Man, if he beat
New
30 this week, he's going
boxing.
to be in the position.
What you just
to
said
be ducked.
about
Yeah,
I
Deontay
I'm
agree.
listening to
Wilder,
you.
what
go
you
ahead,
just
Tony. Go ahead.
yeah, and I'm about to go to bed. Like I said, I keep saying
Okay.
I need to go to sleep. But anyways, new boxing. What you just said about Deontay Wilder is true. About some people saying he just makes excuses. He only fights bum. He can't box. However, that that is just as small as the group of people who say Tyson Fury cheated. They're both really small groups. However, if Deontay Wilder loses, times people saying that by a million because everybody's going to be fucking saying
Yeah,
that after
I
all these.
agree.
Here's my
And the thing,
problem.
Agree.
Here's my
And
problem
vice
with that
I
versa.
agree.
statement. But here's
and
my
that's my
problem with that
point.
statement. I think there's tons of people that's saying both. I don't think it's a small fraction. I think it's a tons of them that's saying both.
No,
Yeah.
no, I
That's why
agree.
it's okay. Okay.
They
Okay.
both, but that's my point. Look, you have people saying that Wilder's only excuses never fought nobody, etc. Right? He's
Right.
just a one-trick pony with a punch. Then you have the other group of people who are saying Tyson Fury is a cheater. He had to cheat to win. Whichever one wins the trilogy, times what's being said about them, times a
I can
million,
Five
agree.
and that's
I
thousand.
can
all they'll be
agree.
Yep.
known for. That's
I
my
can
I can
sign
point.
up for
agree.
that.
And that's why I can't wait for this fight. I cannot
But anyway,
fucking wait for
I'm
this
gonna put
fight.
it. I
Yeah.
agree with
You can miss
your.
me with all the other fights, man, for real. I'm just
But
waiting
you
for
know what
this fight.
though?
I'll
You
talk to
know
y'all
what?
later.
All right, bro. You get some
All right.
sleep. He better not, yo. He better not be on the West Coast, man, because then it's only about 9 o'clock out there. He talking about he
Shit,
gotta go to
that's finna
sleep.
be 9.
I'm not going to be judging, bro. I'll be in
Hey,
bed at
hold
9
on.
sometimes,
Hey,
man.
hold
I'm
on.
pretty fine.
Shit, gotta
I
get up
wish
4
I.
o'clock in the morning, man. Shit, you know what it is sometimes.
Right,
Yeah, I feel it
right.
though. I feel it, man. It's crazy, man. But this is like it's like a statement fight, man. Like this is a statement fight. Like it's whoever
It
wins
is
the
the
fight.
statement fight, man.
Yeah, whoever wins the fight makes their statement. Like that's just what it is. Like that's just what it is at the end of the day. I mean, to be honest with you, this how like new boxing king. This how I look at it. I'm like whoever wins this fight, they got 150, $200 million bag waiting.
I
Hold
don't know
on,
about that.
What, you talking about
that
the
with
Joshua fight?
AJ, the Joshua fight.
Man,
Yeah,
Joshua ain't trying to fight no fucking Wilder.
AJ is never
Like,
going to fight Wilder.
they
I will
talking about
put
Usyk
money
in a
on that.
2-fight
AJ
deal
will
right
never
now.
fight him.
They talking about Usyk in a 2-fight deal now. Man ain't gonna fight
He's
no
Oh
already
damn
wow.
talking
Wilder.
about dropping
Yo,
his belt, man. Come on,
Hey,
man.
hold
man.
on. We got my bro Scotty in the building. Scotty, what's going on with you, player?
Family, bless, man. Black men, y'all all right out here, ain't ya?
Yeah, we good, folks.
Everything straight, folk. Go ahead, talk your shit, bro.
Don't be so quick to judge, man. My boy, that AJ loss, Wilder, he took Wilder took that ass whooping, and that's how you learn, right? And AJ got embarrassed, dude. Like AJ got embarrassed. He came
Right.
back and won the fight. He did what he had to do. So y'all really think Wilder ain't gonna win? Y'all really think Wilder ain't gonna win? Like on some real talk.
Scotty, I can answer that, bro.
I'll give my answer.
If he does two of the three things that I mentioned earlier, I think he could definitely win that fight. It's a matter of whether he's gonna do them or not. Like Tyson
Right.
Fury seems like a difficult puzzle, but Wilder has the physical attributes to actually get at Fury. Like he's already shown it in the first fight, so he can do it. It's just a matter of whether he is or he isn't.
All right,
Go ahead.
that's all that. Who do you think is going to win the fight? Answer the question. Who do you think is going to win?
Yeah.
Who do you got?
I want Wilder to win, but I think Fury might do the same shit if he didn't cheat. If Fury didn't cheat, if that was all skill, Wilder, no, a 1-2 ain't finna beat him. A 1-2 ain't finna beat him. He gotta throw out that, like you say, out that right. I like to see him throw the right first, try to catch him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, catch him with a hook. Yeah, like, I think me personally, I think the two knockdowns in the first fight like really showed me like he has the ability to like really get at Fury. Yeah, he has the and I still can't get past the fact that any other referee would have stopped it. It wouldn't even have been a second fight. So I'm gonna go with Wilder in this fight, and I'm going against conventional wisdom, but I'm going with Wilder in this fight because I think he's gonna come forward in this fight. And Fury can fight off the back foot in a sense, but it's a lot of head stuff. So if Wilder can actually throw shots, not even to the body, King, but to the chest.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He throws shots to the chest. Yeah, he throws shots to the chest. Ain't gotta be the ribs or anything like that. As long as he's throwing something to his core, to his chest area, get his eyes down a little bit. If Wilder gonna win this fight, it's gonna be within the first 6 rounds. Because anything after 6, Fury's winning.
I'm gonna say this, right?
Even at 300 pounds, I don't think so. Hell no, not in them deep rounds. I don't know.
I think if he had worked on his inside fighting and learning how to get out of the clinch properly, not in his defense, not just holding your hands over your face. That's not defense, because that's what he tends to do and think is defense. If he can correct those things, I don't think Fury stands a chance. That's if Fury didn't cheat in the first place. If he didn't cheat, this is an even fight. But I believe this fight is going to be another Stavern fight. Wilder versus Stavern 2.
A statement.
That's what I think is going to turn into.
I'm putting Wilder like a 4-1 dog right now. For betting purposes, I can't help but to put some bread on that. The betting in me. Hold on, hey Scotty, I already know you putting some change on.
Man, I can't wait. Hey, what's the date? What they got to say?
July 24th. July 24th. Okay, you going down, Scotty? You going down there?
Man, I'm gonna figure it out. They gonna be in Las Vegas? They gonna be in Las Vegas?
Yeah, they gonna be in Vegas. Yo, you got my number, right?
Right.
You got my number? You gotta hit me up afterwards because we plan on going. We plan on going.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show up.
Yeah,
dude gonna put on. Dude gonna put on, man. Dude gonna put on.
King, you coming through?
Shit, I might coming out there? I might slide.
Shit, yeah, so
that's right next door. That's right next door.
Yeah, that's just a plane ride for me. That ain't about nothing. So no, we can all link up. Why not?
Cause peep game, right? I know this.
Let me know, man, what y'all plan is, because I'm planning on staying at Cosmopolitan, bro.
Like at that fight, it was real overwhelming in Fury corner, and they traveled. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think Wilder really expected them folks to be like how they was in there.
Nobody did. That's a great point.
Dead serious, fam. Like that can knock a win out you right there. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk, you the champ, but man, them folks, man, they was in dude corner, and that ain't even a fight. That ain't got nothing to do with the hands, but that's the mental part, right?
Yeah.
And that ass whooping he took, bro. He is not going down that way again, but he needed that. I hate to say that.
Yeah, bring him down to earth.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, they didn't woke up the beast, man. This is something that they really didn't want to see, because Wilder unorthodox in a lot of ways. Like, he don't move like these other fighters. He ain't with he ain't with all that other, what other fighters do. He ain't with all that.
Hey,
But
Scotty, you know the thing
yeah,
that's crazy, bro? You know the
yeah.
thing that's crazy from the betting perspective, like Wilder is like Wilder for the KO was like 5-1. That shit like 5-1, 6-1, bro. I'm about to put some. I'm about to put some. I'm about to put some
I'm
bread
putting
on
some
that.
bread
They
on it.
Like
okay,
for
they
sure,
got
for sure.
they got Wilder 5-1 far as the
A
win
hundred,
or
a hundred, a hundred to get you 5.
The day of the fight, all that's going to change. All them
I was
odds
just
are going
finna
to
say
change
the
the day of the
numbers,
fight.
Yeah,
them
they're gonna
they
get bet
No,
down. They're gonna get
bro,
bet
I
that
down.
might go. That might go up. That
Oh,
might go up.
you think
I
niggas
think
Yeah,
them
gonna put
numbers gonna
money like
change
that on
way
nah.
Fury?
before the
Only way
the
somebody
Yeah,
first
get
fight.
yo, bro. You know how
that's a
many? You
lot
know
of
how many
money.
people,
That gotta be
bro?
a
Hey,
guarantee.
King,
That's a
King,
guarantee. No, man.
King.
Ain't
You know
nobody
how
gonna
many
put that much
people?
money on. You crazy.
No, King. This is the thing. You know how many people from the UK gonna come here and bet all their monay on Fury? That
Man, I
number's
don't
gonna
even
go
think,
up,
bro.
bro.
Man, you can talk to a nigga soul. If you had the
They
ability
know
to talk to
enough
a
to
nigga
travel
soul,
to.
they don't like, bro. Everybody name money. That's why I said when he was saying, like, I said the poison and all that, but to say that them gloves don't look funny, you got your rabbit ass mind. So if Fury on top, I mean Water on top of them gloves, yeah, it might be a different outcome. So
I know
that's
we,
if he
yo,
I
cheated.
think
That's
he's
if
going to be
he
on top of
cheated.
everything.
So
He's going
you
to be
can ask a
watching
nigga,
him like a
so
hawk.
ain't nobody can give you 100% answer because you don't know. What if he didn't cheat? What if he did?
bro.
It ain't no proof.
A King. I can say this officially on
This
G5
fight
Jack
is going to
TV.
show that.
Yo, if Wilder knocks this dude out, I'm buying dinner for all y'all.
Oh, he gonna get it
It's
out.
G5. Yo, but now listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm
I
taking
ain't with
y'all
you.
to the buffet. I'm taking y'all
Damn.
to the buffet, but I'm buying.
Uh, uh, uh,
I'm
uh,
buying.
uh.
Listen, I'm taking y'all to the buffet, but I'm buying for everybody. You know what
It's
I'm
gonna
saying?
be it's
Drinks
gonna be a
included.
fight. It's gonna be a fight for sure, and he just gonna have to just do him, man. Like I know the
Exactly.
mechanics,
Exactly.
like bruh said, he got some mechanics to work on.
You know
But if
what,
he let
Gov? We should put the
Fury,
bag together and bet.
if he let Fury kind of get dirtier than him, that ain't how we rocking, fam. That ain't how we rocking. He got to do
Wilder.
him. And they
Yo,
can
I don't
equally
think
Wilder.
that's
meet.
going to happen.
Scotty.
They can
Scotty.
But
That's
equally
a
meet.
Fury
great point.
licking, Fury licking that blood too, bro. Like who the
Yeah,
fuck?
see
Like
that all that
vlog,
right there.
vlog talking about why
Yeah.
they ain't got shit to prove. Man, he
That's
kind of lost
Yo.
his manhood in there,
But
like
that's
straight
why I
up.
said that's why I told Boxing First Vlog earlier. I was just like, you crazy if he don't think he got something to prove. Because I was like, if that's the case, he wouldn't have went through arbitration, none of that. He'd have just let it
Man,
flow.
took this,
He'd have
bruh.
just let it
took his
slide.
That's
ass.
And
Deontay Wilder we're
I
talking
mean,
about, man.
I know
Because
it been a
one
little
guy he
chitter
couldn't knock
chat.
out, he went back just to face him. Like, come on, man.
It been a
He
little
ain't got nothing
chitter
but
chat,
ego
man.
and
For the
pride to
Yeah.
lose
most
himself.
part, though, dude been silent on. I mean, for what I kind of see, I've been
Yeah.
hearing little stuff what he said about this and that. That lets you know he wasn't expecting it. He just saying this, he's saying that. That's the
Nobody
now.
expected. Yeah,
Now it's
nobody expected.
reality. But now it's reality and it's soaked in. And he took him like, and I ain't gonna
I
lie. Fury did what he was supposed to do. I
yeah.
didn't want no decision like that right
He
there,
went in there
man.
and he went in
Man,
and took how a heavyweight supposed to take care of business. That's how
He
he
did
took
it.
care of business. You
I
know what
ain't
I'm
gonna worry
saying?
about them pounds or nothing. My dude gonna put on even just for for the city, because they say the South so slow. Like
Hmm.
he gonna make it real personal, and
Yeah.
dude gonna
Oh, it's
mop
past
some, man.
personal now, man.
Wilder
Yeah.
gonna mop some, man. I'm
If
telling you.
he because if
I'm not
he
saying he gonna do all this 1-2, got the great footing and all that, but I can tell you this, man. He gonna go down. A dude gonna go down.
I'm gonna
Ain't
tell you
gonna be
like
no
this.
decision for Wilder. Wilder
This
ain't
gonna
fighting for
tell
no
me the first
decision.
round. Usually the first round you be looking for
It do. It
first
do.
round gonna tell everything
It
for me.
do. It do. It do.
If
And that's
Wilder
just
go up in there and step forward like G5 said, and Fury stepping back, that bitch going to sleep.
he
That bitch
just he
going
was
to
too
sleep.
laid back, fam. You
But
gotta
if
Oh, it's
understand
Fury
that.
over.
Look,
walk this man
That was
down
the
in
first
control
fight.
distance, and
G5.
it's
yeah.
over with.
I was hoping they were gonna get to something before it actually opened up. Just on the strength of how that avalanche be for them travelers with
Hmm.
Fury.
Yeah.
I was hoping, but
Yeah.
then I thought about it.
Yeah, they're
Nah,
not
because
going.
Fury got a mouth that's gonna really occupy that whole ring. Wilder talk back, but I'm like, which one would it be better? I thought about it. I said, man, if they can get it in while the COVID going on, just man to man, Wilder was still gonna put on. But that ain't gonna happen as we see. Say, don't they gonna be there? They gonna be deep. He just gotta have his head in the game, man. He got it,
Yeah,
man.
a
Dude got it. Cause
King.
he took him light, man,
I
and he
think
got
he's
that ass
laser
whooped.
focused right now.
You
We
know the
already see
thing.
that. He's
The thing
laser
is,
focused and been for a year.
I'm gonna add this before we go because we've been cooking for damn near 2.5 hours. I ain't gotta go to bed, but I gotta get something to eat. I'm hungry as shit. But the thing is, with Wilder, if he believes everything that he said, you gonna know within the first 2 rounds because he should be coming out trying to kill. He should be coming out trying to kill something.
So you want to see a
But I
Crump
don't think
Wilder
he
with
should do that.
the advertisement like this face off, like what you want to see? Calm
I'm gonna put
or
it like
the
this. I want to
No.
till
see
this
this
day? You want to
motherfucker
see till
demeanor.
this day
I want to see.
Wilder or
I
the
want to see.
calm?
I don't want to
Calm
see.
Wilder, but you know that calm Wilder, that was the one that knocked
I want to.
Brazil out
I
though.
want to see that
I don't
demeanor
think
man
him
go in
coming
the
straight
ring
forward looking
because
for a
that
knockout is
demeanor.
not the
I
idea.
get what you're
Now it was
saying.
personal between him and Brazil with his brother when he laid him out. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
I believe so.
You
It's
see how
personal.
that
I
went.
believe this
That was
personal now.
personal. This
So
is personal. This
yeah,
is
Oh,
way
listen,
man.
past
this
personal.
is what I want. This is clearly what I
Yeah.
want. I want Wilder demeanor in the ring to match what he did in that stare down. If that stare down show anything that's gonna be in the ring, and that's Wilder, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see Wilder do this shit and go in there and be the same nigga he was in the second fight.
You
I
want
know
you want
he
Scotty? I can answer your question
Yeah.
before we roll.
it
You
ain't no
want to know
way
the
he gonna do
Wilder?
it.
You want to know the Wilder I want to see, bro? The Wilder,
Yeah.
the Wilder I want to see is what he did in the second Stavern fight.
That's
Like
what's
he
gonna
went in
happen.
there, he went in there straight kill move.
Straight
And
kill
I'm
move.
like, he went in there straight kill move. And the
Yep.
thing
And I think
is,
that's what's gonna happen in Fury.
and if
Same thing
Wilder
happened
goes
to
in there in straight kill mode and Fury still beats him, then he can walk with his head up.
Most
But if
definitely.
he goes in there trying to box, trying to back up and all that, he's gonna lose. He gonna move. What I want to see from Wilder, I want to see him in kill move.
For
I want
sure.
to see him in kill move from
For
round
sure.
1 to
That's
whenever it ends.
exactly what you're gonna
Kill
Yep.
get.
move.
That's exactly
He
what
a
you're gonna
bad
get.
boy, man.
Because he's
Wilder, he
pissed off,
gifted,
man.
man. He's special. He dude special, man. I mean, I know he make it look so easy and effortless, and I know he ain't got the mechanics, but dude's special, man. I ain't gonna lie, he's special. I think he
Let
got
me
a
tell
late
you this though.
start. And just that power, man. Ooh, man. I'm talking about dude. A lot of folks be
Let me tell
taking
you
him
this though.
lightly. They
The
don't
biggest
give him
factor in
his
this fight right
flowers.
there.
Man, when he get that belt back, cause I like how it's set up right now. It's a good look for Fury. I don't know why he can't fight in his own backyard. I don't care about that. We over here right here. Man,
Steroids.
Wilder,
We know why.
man,
We know
dude
why.
got embarrassed, man. You know, he got embarrassed, bro. Like for real, for real.
Yeah,
And
because Fury's gonna bring. You don't know what Fury's gonna bring to the table. You don't know if he's gonna do what he did in the first fight or he's gonna try to do what he did in the second
he's
fight
showing
again.
he don't have to be too far, cause
Let me
like the
say this
man was
though.
close up bullying him, and that man was leaking out his ear. That man was leaking out his mouth. Like them little licks don't look like too much, but they'll
Which technically
cut you.
shouldn't even be happy.
Yeah,
They don't. But then, like you said, that big man on them, that's the way. That's the method that Fury should go. I hate to say it, but guess what? Hey, Wilder can meet him with it. He just gotta preserve his win, cause
bro,
dude
and
big.
that's because there's people in the
Tell
comments
y'all
saying
something.
hold on real quick, dude. It's people in the comment section saying things I can't even get to it because we get ready to roll. But the thing is, if Fury is coming forward like he said he's going to do, and Wilder is in kill mode, this ain't going past 4 rounds. Somebody's getting knocked out. So somebody better be lying.
One way or
Either
another.
Fury better be lying or Wilder better be lying in terms of how they're approaching the fight. Because if both of them approaching the fight trying to kill, it's not lasting 4 rounds. Somebody's
going
getting
12 rounds, period. This fight isn't going 12 rounds.
They going in.
That's what
Period.
I
Not going
want.
12
That's
rounds.
what I want. Let the better man win. Ain't no fucking boxing in this shit.
Yeah, because I'm like them two going at it. I'm like it's not gonna last.
Fury
4
get the run
rounds.
and gonna make me think he cheated in the second fight.
He get the run, and then we'll take that too, though. He gonna.
But the thing is,
catch
hey King,
that's
let me add this. Let me add this
He
though.
gonna catch him.
King,
Go ahead.
if Wilder start backing up and circling around the ring and trying to box, that's gonna make me scratch my head.
Yep, I ain't lying.
That's
to
gonna
you.
make me scratch
Hey,
my
listen,
head.
trust me. I already said it. Why is you changing shit up dramatically if you were cheated?
Yeah,
If
go ahead.
If that's the case, if he dancing around the ring, why if Fury wound up dancing around the ring, why would he not go forward? That means he cheated. Like, you knew what you were
You know what I'm
doing.
saying? Because you
Like,
said you was
knew
robbed
you
in the
didn't have
first fight.
nobody.
Why would you go back to that in the third?
Yeah, I'm like,
Right.
and the thing is, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, Fury got to come forward because he had the most success doing that.
He got the
Wilder
belt
has
though.
to Wilder
He got
has
the
to come
belt
forward
though.
because that's
Fury
the
got
best.
the belt though. So I
Yeah,
understand y'all saying come forward, but if he changed his method and
That's what he
did go
did in
off
the
the
first
back,
fight. He came forward on Fury.
yeah, he came forward on Fury in the first fight.
Fury
But the
ran.
thing
Fury
is,
ran in the first fight.
but
Second fight, Fury came forward.
but
Nobody seen that shit coming. Not
but
rolled him over.
Scotty, this is the thing though.
Like, if
I'm
he
gonna
don't do
take
that in the fourth
Fury.
fight, we know something up.
I'm gonna take Fury
Yeah.
at his word. Now he said before the second fight he was gonna come forward. He was going to walk him down. Nobody believed him, but he came out and did it. He said he's gonna do it this time. I'm gonna take him at his word.
And
I'm gonna take him
earlier.
at his word. He gonna come forward. I'm looking to see if Wilder gonna come forward and he gonna draw that line in the sand and get it popping. That's what I want to see because I'm like, if you feel like somebody cheated you out of your belt, out of your situation, it should be kill mode for the first 2-3 rounds.
for
Man,
sure.
It should
the
be
whole
kill mode.
fight.
For
As
sure.
long
The
as
whole
that
fight,
bitch
it should be
flash.
kill
Yeah,
mode.
for sure.
He should be
For
in
sure.
kill mode.
For
Like
sure.
that's for sure. But listen, we gonna close off on that. We went for 2.5 hours. Big shout out to my bro King Louis, always holding it down for me.
King Louis.
Boxing First Vlog. I don't know where the hell he went. I don't know. I gotta talk to him off camera, man. I don't know what's going on. He just dropped off. They say bye.
I fuck with family though, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
my
fuck.
bro. That's my bro. He probably gonna be out there in Vegas too. But we all gotta link up and we all
Yeah,
rolling
for
out
sure.
there.
Yeah, I'm trying to
For
get to
We
sure.
the
gotta,
fight, man. That's
For
what I'm
sure.
trying to
For
do.
sure.
I
yeah.
ain't
Yeah,
buying no stupid ass prices though. That's on baby.
Say it again.
I ain't paying no stupid ass prices, man.
I
No,
think
I
them
ain't paying
tickets
no
is
price.
going
No, we
though.
can get it. No, we can get out there and rock. You know it's
Yeah,
gonna
them
be
tickets
lit.
is
I said,
going.
it's gonna
They
be
already
lit before
sold
the
out.
fight. It's gonna be lit after the fight. We ain't gotta necessarily be up in the joint.
I got
I
you.
ain't paying no crazy prices neither.
Hey
You know what I'm
man, you
saying?
know your
Right.
man may come through with some ESPN credentials, man. You never know, man. Hey man, I've been making my
Hey
cover art,
man.
man. I'm trying to tell
Uh,
you, boy. I'm trying to tell you that
Hey,
Photoshop. Hey man,
hey, listen, man. We gonna have to we might have to dress as security and try to get up in there,
we're
man.
gonna
Like
get in there. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna get in there.
yo,
Yeah.
man, but
Hey,
listen,
hit me with some detail, man. I'm gonna make the joint
I
tonight. I got
got
your
you.
answer tonight. Now I got your answer tonight. I got you
I
tonight
got
for
you.
sure.
I got you. So
All right.
King, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
peace,
We can
family.
line something up. New, I'm gonna talk to you. I'll call you right after this. I'll call you right after this. And Scotty, I'm gonna get at you tomorrow so we can work something out.
For sure,
Because I'm
fam.
pretty sure there's a couple other people that's trying to roll. So big shout out to everybody that was in the chat, everybody that tuned in, man. This joint was definitely fire.
My pleasure.
For
My
sure.
pleasure.
But on behalf of Scotty,
That's why I had to hop on. I had to get
big
on
shout
this
out to
one.
New Boxing Wave Media, my boy King Louis, man. We are out.